Yeah! Welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We've got a great show today. We're going to be giving away all kinds of cool stuff. Almond toffee, a solar power bank charger, and a lot of stuff about FPV drones and camera drones and who knows what kind of guests we'll have. So let's jump in. Let's get the funny started. Let's do some jokes here, shall we? Alrighty, a few math jokes. Why should you worry about the math teacher holding graph paper? She's definitely plotting something. Why is it sad that parallel lines have so much in common? Because they'll never meet. Are monsters good at math? Not unless you count Dracula. Why are obtuse angles so depressed? Because they're never right. What's the best way to woo a math teacher? Use acute angles. How do you stay warm in any room? Sit in the corner. It's always 90 degrees. Why should the number 288 never be mentioned? It's too gross. Why was the math book sad? Because it had so many problems. Why was 6 scared of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Alright, here's some original material that I told years ago back on the comedy stage. You probably heard about the rains in Europe, flooding in the Netherlands. A lot of leaky dikes. Well, it turns out that Ellen drank too many beers. I wonder if it was Heine's or Stella's. I dated a girl with a black widow spider tattoo. That was gross. When she's 80, that'll be a daddy long leg. Alright, let's get this show going. I guess we had enough of that humor, that cornball humor. And did you know we have an audio free show? I mean, everything works. Unlike that other guy from Oklahoma that, is always having problems. So I'm going solo so far. I've put out a few links if anybody wants to jump in. Chuck is still on his vacation up in the Finger Lakes area. Yeah, yes, Lloyd, bite me. Yeah, that's right. So, Matt, if you want to jump in, you're welcome to jump in. Maybe we could talk a little bit about FPV. Maybe you could help me to clear up the signal problem that I've been having with with my Tiny Hawk. I notice I get a lot of a breakup in it. You were talking about something about increasing the millivolts to 200. You'll have to teach me how to do that. Dustin, good to see you. Let's say hello to Gene, Fox, Green Mountain Droning, the Grumpy Vlogger, Lloyd, Okie Tom, Matt of Maddie's World, and then we have Jody, Drone Shots, and Drone Views Media. And then we have, who else? Oh, Glenn, Thunderbird 6. All right. cool. And Chris Wedgeworth. See, I said it right. Oh, and Brian, TDR, drones and e-bikes and scooters. Cool. So you guys probably saw my last video of me flying around in my little tiny hawk. I've been practicing throttle control. I think I'm getting better at it. So what I did was I flew around the light poles at the Adams County Fairgrounds parking lot and trying to practice getting uh, throttle control so that I'm not like shooting way up high and then have to come back down. So I've been getting a little better. And plus, the other thing I gotta learn is I've got to do better voltage management on these little batteries. I'm killing these batteries by running them down too far. So going out with the guys in the flight club tomorrow back at the fairgrounds, and so I won't let them get down below. I guess it's 3.4 volts, and I've been getting them down as low as 3.2 and 3.0, which is way too low. I gotta get down to at least 30% instead of down to 20 because I'm killing these batteries. See, they're already starting to puff a little bit. So I got these newer batteries that I tried last week, and they work great. What else is going on? Oh yeah, I've been working on my 5-inch. I just ordered nylon screws. That's all I need. And I checked the flight boards with I think these are 1S. I'm not sure. But the new ones that I got are 550s. And I had some that were 650s. Those were really nice. I get longer flights out of them. But I managed to burn them up. I ran them down too far, and now they won't charge up. So, anyway, so I opened. Getting back to the flight controller on the 5-inch. I looked at it with a magnifying glass, and I could not see any cracks. However, on the battery, I noticed some big dents from when it landed real hard. One of the screw heads kind of made a pretty good sized dent in the battery. So I'm wondering if maybe one of the cells is dead. So maybe that's why it won't cycle all the way up. You could plug it in and it'll go do do do, and it won't finish the signal. Bob Casey, good to see you. Good to see you. So, hey, we're up to 15. That's good. Cool, cool, cool. So, what I did late last week, I ordered some standoffs and some screws, and it turns out, hey, Chris, just me hop. Good to see you. So it turns out those screws are a little too small, so I ordered some more screws from Amazon, and they should be here hopefully before next weekend. So now I'll have a big assortment of different size nylon screws, and yeah, I ordered some stuff from RDQ that they've got some good stuff there. So I'll probably be ordering some props for the 5-inch. I need to get some more props for the Tiny Hawk too, because I'm down to 3 spare props. So if I've got enough for. I got 2 of one side and 1 of another side. Hopefully, I don't lose more than 2 or 3. Then I'm screwed. So that's what's going on. Been charging up batteries today. Oh, here. Remember my neighbor that held his girlfriend's mom and his girlfriend hostage? Well, about a month or so ago, all their stuff was out on the parking lot. So I went through and I found this. I found a Garmin, a GPS unit. So I charged it up and it works. And there was a tablet in there. It was by Verizon. I don't know what brand this tablet was. I went to charge up and it just won't charge up. And it's got a crack in the screen. And what else? Oh, and I found a couple. Well, I still have that hard drive that I found. It turns out it was a 320 gig hard drive, which I could probably use to build another machine. But it's one of those laptop hard drives. It's a mechanical drive, so that's what's going on. And let's see. Chris Hope is messaging me. Hopefully he could jump in and keep me company. And well, thank you, Brian. This is Westminster Castle, which is a mile away from my house, and it was originally built to be a university, and it operated from the 1890s till about right around World War One, and then enrollment dropped so much that they went out of business. So it sat idle for a few years, and a group bought the property, and now it's a K through 12 school. And right over there behind the water tower, that's the main school building. And there's a right over there, over to my right here. There's a radio station, KPOF, the Pillar of Fire. So you can guess what that is. Christian's radio station. Dustin, it was a SATA drive. So, and ArtCo drone solution, that was made by Jim Wallace, which I hear he's not doing all that well. Hopefully he'll get over his depression and get back with us. Akira Show, good to see you. Welcome. So that's what's going on. There were a couple digital cameras. They were cheap digital cameras. Are probably 12 megapixels, maybe even less than that. So, but one of them had an SD card. It had a 16 gig SD card, but I don't have an adapter to read one of these. I do have an another computer that will read these. Might have to turn it. So, it had a lot of electronic stuff, and there were some monitors. There was a computer monitor that had a scratch in it, and there was a TV, but it was too big for me to handle, to pick it up. And so I just grabbed what I could, threw it in my car, and then I had to go to my wherever I was going. So that's what's going on. So I'm thinking about selling my Autel Evo so that I'm either going to get a smart controller for the Mavic Air 2, or just get a nicer smartphone that I could use to fly the drone. Oh, well, tried, but just melt. So what's going on with you guys? I'm just hopefully Matt will join pretty soon. Help me out. Jeff, I just want to thank Jeff for helping me out last week. Yes, I am. I'm a dumpster diver. Yep. Mm-hmm. Uh, what was it? About a year and a half ago, somebody threw out a computer. It was an older computer that it was an older AMD, but it had a 400 gig hard drive, which I put into one of those external cases, and it really helped me out when my hard drive started getting filled up. But I have a 4 terabyte mechanical drive in this, so I've got plenty of room. Yeah, that's right, Chris. Who doesn't like free? I mean, that's why you guys are here. You might be able to win this wonderful charger. The bank is a and the neat thing about this, if you have a cell phone that'll charge wirelessly, this will do that. This has a flashlight on the end, great for camping, and it's got 3 USB ports. Those are USB 2 and a USB C. So you want to charge up your cell phone, or you're out with your GoPro camera needs charging up. This is great for camping, or if you're out flying camera drones, or this is really handy to have. So we'll be giving that one away. So hey, we got a good crowd going tonight. We're up to 22. Also today I wanted to try. I tried out this soda. It's called Boilin', and made with cane sugar. And this was black cherry, and Boy, it was pretty good. Hey, let's welcome all the way from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Hey, it's Matt Cundiff. Welcome, Matt. Good to see you.
What's happening, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm
Audio and
doing
everything
pretty
sound
good.
okay?
Yeah, you sound great. You look great.
Why,
Everything
thank
is
you.
sharp and in focus.
Good, good.
About time. Uh,
How's your day, my
Hey, I
man?
want to say hello to Vidar Lervag, all the way from Norway. All right. Also, hey, if you guys like this channel, feel free to throw me a super chat or a super sticker. Throw a few bucks my way, help me out. It really helps out buying, cool equipment and prizes to give away. So, yeah.
That's a cool power bank you got there.
Yeah, it is.
I love those things. Believe it or
Yeah.
not, I buy them and then I never use them. I've got a bunch of power banks and power boxes. You can plug 110 plugs in and everything. I bought them
Oh,
for flying
cool.
out in the field, and I haven't used it once.
If you're out there fishing on your fishing boat, I've seen, is that your brother's boat?
Yeah, that's my brother's boat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
This is handy to
27-foot
have.
contender. Yeah, they're
He's
good to
what?
have. It's a 27 contender. Got twin
Oh,
Suzuki's on
cool.
the back. Yeah, it's a beast,
Nice.
man.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to come back to Florida. I'm going to set it up to where I have like a week off so I could do some fishing and drone flying.
Well, I've already told you. So when you come down here, all we have to do is set it up, and then
Awesome.
I'll have the day. We'll load the boat and we'll head offshore, man.
Awesome. Awesome. I think Bill Ronayne has a fishing thing going for the meetup, which is awesome.
Yep, he's got it set for Monday, which is April 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, 4th. 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to be doing a charter boat, or drift boat, the Lady Stewart, which
Oh,
is not very far from where we're actually doing the meetup itself.
oh,
So
cool.
yeah, that's gonna be a good time. We've already got, I think, 7 or 8 people lined up, so it's gonna be a good one.
Awesome.
Hopefully, you'll be on it with us.
Oh, looking forward to that. And I'll probably do some canal and freshwater fishing and try
Yeah,
to catch my first alligator gar and
they're all over the place down here. They don't get very
yeah,
big. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, about
15 inches maybe.
yeah,
They're not like they are when you see them in Louisiana in the swamps where these
right,
puppies get 3 feet, 4 feet long. You don't see them
right,
that big down here, but
yeah,
they're still fun to catch. They're annoying. They steal your
yeah,
bait when you're not fishing for them.
yeah. Well, I
But
like to catch a peacock bass.
peacock bass are fun to catch because they fight like sharks,
Yep, yep,
especially if you're using an ultralight rod. If you've got something thin, lower class, it's a lot more fun because it almost feels like you're fighting a shark offshore, which makes it a lot more challenging.
cool, cool. I'll definitely do that and
We'll hit the
maybe
spots when
catch
you come
some
down.
tilapia.
We'll hit the spots when you come down. I'll take you to some places.
Cool, cool. And hopefully we could do some inshore fishing and maybe do some catch some snook or some redfish.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Make sure you have you're bringing rods down. I'm
Oh
assuming.
yeah, that's what I did last time I was down there.
Yeah. Good idea.
I caught one fish, a stinking porcupine fish.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's okay. Hey, fishing. I mean, that's why they call it fishing and not catching. You gotta put
That's
some effort
right.
into it.
At least I didn't get skunked on that trip.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Ed, hello to everybody in the chat. Good
Yeah,
to be
Ed,
here
love
tonight.
my drones. Good to see you. And Mike Copper State Aerial Photography, all the way from Arizona. Cool.
I have to admit I got your toffee, but I have not opened it yet.
Oh,
I actually haven't tried it. The first one you sent was for my daughter, and
right.
she got to that before I could even find it. This one I have hidden. So
Ah,
this one
good
is
idea.
mine,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Oh, you'll love it. Won't
I've never
last very long because
been much of an almond guy, but hey, I can make it
oh,
work.
this stuff is good. Yep.
Where do you get
Uh,
it from? I mean, because you have that in bulk amounts, it seems.
well, I'm friends with the family.
Ah, okay. I knew
Hmm.
there was a story there somewhere. I just couldn't
Yep.
figure out what it was.
Yeah, Rick Enstrom takes me fishing at least once a year. He's got a ranch down in southeast Colorado. He's got a private pond, and he's got some huge bass in there.
Nice.
And yep, do a lot of carp fishing. I caught a nice sized catfish, about 21 inches long. Yep,
Ooh, biggin.
yeah,
Catfish
yep,
are good eating, man.
yep.
But
Hmm.
we'll I'm gonna be bringing. I mean, this past drone meetup, I was talking about bringing a bunch of mahi dolphin meat, and I ended
Yeah,
up not doing it because, first of all, it would have sat. A lot of people were out in the heat, and it would have sat and it would have spoiled itself. But for the next one in April of 2022, I'm gonna have quite a bit of it, and we will be grilling on site as well as
great,
there's a few
great.
more
I
things.
was just thinking about that the other night. That we
Yep.
could have like a fish barbecue.
Yeah, we're gonna have something worked out. On top of that, we're gonna
Cool.
have a couple other things, food and beverage wise, that I'm not going to tell you about until it's time.
Okay, okay. Cool,
But
cool.
it's gonna be a trip you don't want to miss. I promise you that.
Yeah, that last show, I had a really good time, even though it was windy as hell.
Yeah, yeah. The wind. I
And
mean, it didn't stop some people from flying, but
yeah,
it was the just the conversations with the people that you see on YouTube daily, and
right.
you've become such close friends with. Being able to meet them in person was probably the best part of my entire trip,
Yes.
you know? And people
Mm-hmm.
like you and all the guys that have been there, some of them are in the chats, Ed, and then you got Bob Casey, and then
Yep.
some of these guys like Gene Fox and Copper State Ariel, these guys better show up at the next one.
Well, Bob from Mike from Copper State was there.
Oh yeah, I didn't actually meet him though. Believe it or not, there was quite a few people there that I did not meet because sometimes it's hard to put the name with the face.
Right.
So unless you walked up or you were paying attention to everybody's name tags, but
Right.
you couldn't pay attention to those because the wind
Mm-hmm.
was so freaking. They were blowing all over the place, so you
Yeah.
couldn't see the
Mm-hmm.
name tags. But uh, this year we're going to situate it a little bit better to where, gee, I might even slap names on the back of people's freaking t-shirts if we have to.
Well, do it like Ken did at Minefield, where he made the shirts with "Hello, my
Yeah,
name is," and each person had their own name on it.
that was a cool idea. That's not a
Yeah.
bad idea. Hopefully, I don't get in trouble for stealing that one, but I think that's what we're going to go with. We'll put your last name in big letters on the back of the t-shirt like a football jersey.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, see, Mike says we met, but there was a lot going on that day. See, there were so many people. It was
There were
crazy.
a lot of Mikes there.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mikes.
Mike,
Period.
Mike Kenny, Mike Kelly from Copper State. There's
Yep.
Michael Blade, and there was Mike from Texas. He was
Yeah,
there.
Mike, Night Train, Mike from Night Train FPV
Mike
was
Night
also there.
Train. Yep, that's
Yep.
another one. Yeah,
Mike. Yeah, I think there were some others.
yep,
It was a success, though. We didn't even
yeah, it
expect.
was.
We didn't plan on having that many people. That wasn't the plan. I mean, it was supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be 10, maybe 12,
Yeah.
and then the blow up just so. But yeah,
Yep.
it's gonna be a good one next year. You don't want to miss it.
Yep.
There's
And
Hot
I
Rod in
got to
Daytona.
finally meet Billy Kyle.
Yep. That's the first time I
Yeah.
met him, and I got to be honest, I was starstruck when I got around that boy. I really was. Him
Yeah.
and Ken. Ken, the night before, that Friday night, we went to dinner at the steakhouse, and Ken showed up. I was there with Lon, and when Ken walked up, I looked at him and I'm thinking, "What the hell do I say to this guy? I don't even know what to say."
Well,
I
I
get
met
starstruck.
Ken at Spin Up back in 19th with Sean Oz. That was the first time I met Sean Oz. And Sean Oz showed up at
And
that
nobody knew he
event.
was going to be there. At least
Yep.
we
He
didn't. Lon decided to spoil and say, "Yeah, I knew he was coming." But as far as me and Ray or Johnny or Mitch or anybody, nobody knew he was coming.
Yep.
That was cool. And then
Yep.
but you get starstruck with the people like that because you're so used to seeing them all day or
Yeah.
all day on YouTube. You know, like our show last night on Fly Zone Drone Show, we had Nurk FPV on there. Dude, that guy's a walking encyclopedia.
Oh, yeah.
Holy
Hmm.
crap.
Hey, Ron Lockwood, good to see you. And he was at that event as well.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's anytime you can get together with friends in the community, especially this one. I've been in a lot
Yep.
of hobby communities before. They all sucked compared to this.
Mm.
This is like a second family, bro.
Yep. Yep.
Without pissing off
That's,
the wife, this is like the best people I've ever met in my life.
mhm.
Of course, she's not here, so she can't hear me say that. But if she did, she'd probably throw a pen at me.
Hello, Michael Blade. Good to see you. And who else was there? Joe Blaylock. Good to see you. I notice to your right, you've got a tiny hawk there.
I do. I have the Tiny Hawk and two, and I have the Freestyle.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, these are my little. This is my little FPV collection, man. That was my first one. The
Oh,
beta,
yeah.
the Cetus, the little Cetus.
Okay.
That is what kicked off this crazy freaking addiction that I have now come to know. And flying these, this thing is, man, whatever. It's fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. You fly it in the house. It's got brush
Mhm.
motors though. They just came out with a Cetus Pro that has brushless motors. The kit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but I
Cool.
bought this and I said, let me give it a try because I got to be honest with you. Before I did that, I talked so much shit about FPV guys. You know, like Sam Burns and Michael Blade when they switched over to FPV. All I did was talk shit about them. That's all I did in a joking way. And I said, no, you'll never get me off the camera drones, never. And I bought this to try it out, and now my Air 2S, the poor damn thing's just sitting there collecting dust.
Yeah, I've been flying the crap out of the tiny hawk. And I flew the 5-inch and crashed it, and I'm wondering if maybe it's the battery that got damaged, and that's why I'm not getting the full beeps. You know how when you plug it in, it'll go through the beep cycle.
On which one, the Tiny Hawk 2?
No, the 5-inch.
Oh, the 5-inch. Yeah, it goes through its sound cycle. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Mm-hmm.
gyro. What it's doing, it's calibrating everything. It's going through its
Okay.
routine. So what you plug it in and you're not getting anything?
Well, I just get the first few beeps and that's it.
And then it cuts out.
Yep.
Does
and
the
I
drone
opened it up last night and I went over the boards with the magnifying glass. I couldn't see any cracks or loose wires. So,
does it fire up? Can you arm it
no.
or nothing?
Nope.
You might have a short in your battery wires.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what, Doc is the man to talk to when it comes to that.
You got a phone ringing?
Yeah, Mike, Fly Zone Drones. Mikey's Facebook calling me.
Oh, okay.
No
I'll
worries.
call you back later.
Yeah, kid. I'm on Art
I'm
show.
busy.
The hell
I'm
out
on
of here.
ArtCo.
Come on, I don't
I'm
get
on
to
a real show.
Yeah, man. This stuff here. This is a real man show. And that little Fly Zone Drone Show crap. No, we have a
Mike
blast
was
on that
one
show.
of the toffee winners.
Yep. We have a blast on that show, man.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, I pop in once in a while and watch it. And,
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's tough because it's a Friday night thing. You know, a lot of people are out with family, friends. So
yeah,
I know it's not easy to jump on a Friday night, but
yeah.
we have fun. We have fun doing it. You know.
And then you have Oz by Drone and
Yep.
Kelly,
Yep. He starts at 8, and then Kelly does his.
Matt,
Kelly's usually done by 8 o'clock. And then yeah, he'll
Matt
pop in.
Northeast.
Matt Northeast starts, and then he goes for. Sometimes he'll go for 2-3 hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
When you okay, so here's what happened. The video, our live stream last night that we did was taken down, believe it or not,
Oh,
because we played an intro for Nurk, and it was from DRL Racing.
oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So DRL, I guess Michael from Fly Zone, Mikey Toto, got hit with a copyright strike, and they Nurk actually got it taken care of, and the video is going to be back online.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But I'm not sure if you got a chance to watch that show. Well, obviously you didn't. It got pulled. That man is so full of information. It's
Mm-hmm.
not even funny. And
Yeah, I've
he
seen
is
him on
awesome.
several other shows. I've seen him on
he was on
Ken
Dono's
Heron's show.
He was on Dono's. Was it Ken Heron's or was it Dono's?
Yeah, he was
Original
on
GoPro.
Dono this
Yep.
week, I believe.
Yep.
This
We
week,
talked about
yeah.
that. But
Mm-hmm.
he's dude, he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yep.
Without a doubt. He's so down to earth. He just had a kid. And then we talked for quite a while before and after the show. And he said, "Send me your address. I'm gonna send you guys some hats." And he's just
cool.
one of those down to earth guys that he's really, really, really cool to talk to. When you get a chance, you'll have to watch the replay on that show. It was really, really good.
Okay.
It was really good. I will say something though. We need to say a little prayer for Mr. Johnny Drone Flyer.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Yes,
he's going to be damn near in the center of that storm, brother. And
yep.
we're praying for him, man, because that's all that state needs is another. Unfortunately, the winds are going to be worse than Katrina was. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So
yeah, from what I heard from Johnny, he said the hurricane is going to be to the west of them. So.
Yep. Yeah. I know it's going to be a big one, and so he's getting prepared.
And how about Tater?
Yep, Tater's in that area
upstate.
too.
He's going to get a lot of rain out of that. And
that's actually a good idea. I need to reach out to Mark and say something to him about that too, because
mm-hmm.
I want these people to know that we're with them. You know, there's nothing worse than getting hit with a natural disaster as big as something like that. And surprisingly, we're usually the ones that get it down here in Florida. But all of these storms have been skirting the hell out of us and taking out the states all around us.
Right.
Which is lucky for us, unfortunately unlucky for them.
Yeah.
So he's going to be, there you go. Rod just said it, front right quadrant. That is the worst part of the storm.
Yep.
Yep. That sucks, man.
Yeah. Well, I've been looking at properties down in Florida. I'm thinking about retiring next spring or next summer. So I'm looking for something in a 55 plus community where I don't need a big place, but they've got some nice double wides with nice what they call Florida room, which would be cool.
Nice. Yeah.
And
how far south? How far south are you thinking?
Well, I've been looking at places in Vero Beach. Where else? Lakeland, Auburndale, Haines City, and
Vero's about an hour north of me, something like
right?
that. Yeah, you're right next to Bill Ronayne. That's pretty much Bill's in Port St. Lucie, which is pretty much right down the street. And then Lakeland is on the west side, which that's a nice little area. That is a very nice little area. Unfortunately, when you get down here, some of the area. It's always good to ask somebody that lives in the area first before moving to South Florida or any Central Florida, because some of these neighborhoods, like others in other states, get really, really bad. And if you get to the wrong one, you're not going to be there long. You're going to
Yeah.
end up moving to somewhere
That's
else.
probably why some of these places are cheap.
Yep.
Or the HOA is out of sight.
Yeah. The HOAs down here are ridiculously stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys control the color. I mean, I had a house in Coral Springs, and they denied me on the color of paint that I chose to paint the house. I mean, geez. And then there was another house in the area with the same color, and I just kind of took pictures and said, "Here you go, asshole."
Yeah.
It's what they do, though. Yeah. Hey, David. Dave is here. AZ drone dude.
Oh, yeah. That's what I've been thinking, Ed. Thanks for that. And David, good to see you. And Bill Ronan, good to see you.
I love seeing Dave. I love seeing David. There's why right there. That's why I love seeing David. That Samsung. Do you know about that? Art.
Oh, yes, I heard about it on, maybe it was on Fly Zone.
Yep.
That you got that from Dave, and that was really nice. The screen, I got it from a subscriber, Tim Herbert out of Kansas. He
These
came out
people.
here to visit me. We went up to Idaho Springs. That's where I did that video at that water wheel.
Yep.
And he gave me this, and he gave me a 4 terabyte hard drive.
Wow.
Which
It's
was
these
cool.
people in this community are unreal.
I know.
He actually sent Mike, Fly Zone, a chair too. The red and black chair.
Oh, cool.
He had him.
Cool.
He had a game chair sent to him. And it matches the
Awesome.
colors of his logo, and also the people in this
Awesome.
community are unfreaking believable. And then,
Oh, yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
the webcam I'm running off of. I had an old, before I had this laptop, I had an old cheap laptop, and it just a piece of crap. The camera on it sucked. So I was just hanging out one day. I was in the front yard, and all of a sudden I got a text from Bill Ronan, and he said, "Hey, go pick up your webcam at the Best Buy in Fort Lauderdale." So what the hell are you
Awesome.
talking about? And he sent me an email that said your order is ready to be picked up. It's under my name, Matt Cundiff, and it was a
Oh,
1080p
cool.
webcam that he got and told me. He didn't even ask. He just said, "Go get it."
What kind did you get?
Alluratech.
Okay.
Alluratech.
I've
It's a
got a
Best Buy.
Logitech 922C,
Yep.
and that was also another give. I guess Rick Halber won it from the Grumpy Vlogger, and he told Lloyd to ship it to Art.
You know what?
That was one of many gifts he sent me.
It's
He
people
sent
like
me.
him that keep this community as positive as it is.
Mm-hmm.
It was people like him and David and people like Lloyd, and it's just these guys they keep this thing going.
Yep.
You know, for the young guys like me, it's amazing to look up to them because of the way they are as people, and that's what made me fall in love with this hobby so much. Was all my friends in this hobby are all older than me. I'm the youngest one out of all of them, but I love it. I absolutely love it because I learned so much from these people. It's unreal.
Yep. Yep. And Rick sent me. Well, he gave me that Tiny Hawk too.
Oh, you got that from him?
I got that from him, and I got a couple fishing poles.
Wow.
The last thing he gave me was an ice fishing rod. And he sent me a really nice Fenwick rod, and I use that quite a bit when I'm out fishing.
What amazing people. Recovery One. Hey, what's up, Dre? Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Dre.
Got a hell of a crew in here tonight, bud. Nice.
Cool.
Everybody loves ArtCo. This is my first time on your show, I believe.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Feel like a star. So I see your latest premiere was with that Tiny Hawk 2, and I tell you, man, you look like you getting it down, brother. You
Yep.
really are.
Yeah, it was all in stabilized mode, but next time I'll go into Horizon or Acro. Yep.
You're learning. Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is you get that throttle management down, and it goes from there. Are you running
Yep.
any sims, or are you?
Yes, I have Velocidrome.
Do
I
you? Okay.
haven't been on it in quite a while. Yep.
Yeah, I ended up getting liftoff. Um,
Oh,
I hear Velocidrome's better, although I didn't know anything about it when I bought it. But I with this guy with this little beta FPV because it can take a beating. That
yeah.
I got started by going out in the front yard and I stuck it in acro and that's it.
Huh.
I didn't do any sims or anything. I just learned by trial and error. But
Right.
now I fly the sims for fun. It's a great way to learn better without busting up your crap.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
don't have to worry about batteries, nothing.
Hey,
It's good.
Michael, good to see you. Fly
There's
Zone
Mikey.
Drones is here. Good to see you.
Who's that guy?
Uh, that's what I like about the Tiny Hawk 2 because it just takes a beating and
It
it
does.
flies. You know.
It really
Yep.
does. It's I gotta tell you though, I beat the crap out of it. Uh I bought extra props for it, a bunch of extra props. I think I bought 2 sets of black and 2 sets of green. And when you're trying to do tricks or different moves where you know you're gonna crash it, the problem with this little guy is these push on props, they fall off so easily.
Oh yeah, you hit
Okay.
if you hit hard.
And,
Luckily, I'm with the Flight Club, and those guys they do all the searching for me.
oh my god, nowadays I got my kids doing it. I, I
There you go. That's
I'm sitting out there, I'm huffing and puffing, it's hot as shit. It's 100 degrees real feel, and I'm looking around for this tiny little prop. So what I did was I took my red ones and I dabbed a little bit of super glue on each point
oh
on right there where the point is, where because the little shaft comes through the motor a little bit.
yeah.
Dabbed a little super glue on that. So now when it crashes, the props don't fly off.
Oh, cool.
If
Cool.
it breaks, I'll worry about that when the time comes.
Mm,
But
all right. Now you were
they
telling me something about adjusting it so that I get a little bit better video quality.
Yes, your VTX on that Tiny Hawk 2 is adjustable. You can change it from 25 milliwatts to 100 or to 200. And
Right.
that when you get up to 200, that'll get you first of all get you more channels on your on your goggles.
Right.
You get you like race band channels and stuff, and it gives you better range, a lot better range. So you won't get so
Okay.
much snow in your video. Um, when we, after the show or sometime by the end of this weekend, we'll jump on a video call and I'll show you exactly how to do that. It's
Okay.
fairly simple. Um, as long as you're okay, you have to plug a battery in and push a button at the same time, so it's kind of a pain in the ass,
Right.
but we'll get it. We'll get it, and
Well,
then
I think
you'll get the better
isn't
range out
there
of it.
another way you could do it through your goggles, where you could
Uh,
like scroll through and
I know you
change the
can change
value?
your power, but the
Oh,
problem is your VTX on the Tiny Hawk 2 comes out of the factory locked.
ah.
So you cannot
Now,
change it until you unlock it.
Charlie Mafia sent me a video on how to unlock that.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
There's a little button on the inside.
yep,
Actually, I think it's
that's right.
not the bind button's at the bottom. There's a little tiny black button that sits up on the top right behind your camera. That is your
Right.
VTX button. What you have to do is you have to hold that down and
While
plug
you're
in your
plugging the
battery
battery.
at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, and
Yep.
that'll unlock it. Then you can go into Betaflight or your OSD menu if you get it on your goggles, and you go to
Right.
your power from there, and you can change it to 200.
Ah, okay.
Yep,
Okay. Cool.
and it'll get you
Cool.
better reception. You get better penetration behind
Ooh,
objects like
penetration.
penetration. You should hear Bill Ronayne say that. It's funny as hell. But Yeah, you don't have to worry about getting snow when you're flying around objects or trees.
Right.
I mean, you're still going to get it. Analog is analog, but
Yeah.
it gets better.
That's well, and the thing with the 5 inch, I bought a mount for a camera, and this
Okay.
is what I'm going to put on there.
Oh yeah. What is that?
This is an SJ Cam M10.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What's it shoot at? 4K?
No, this is 1080p.
Oh, that's not a big deal.
Yeah. So
Some freaking people these days can't even tell the difference
I've
between the
got
two.
two of these. I've got one that has Wi-Fi on it.
Ah,
So while it's
nice.
flying, I could watch it on the phone if I wanted to.
Yeah, that's cool. I have something similar to that, but it's not a camera. I have a receiver that it plugs into my tablet so that I
Oh,
can watch my video that's coming out of my goggles, and
oh,
then I can
cool.
record it at the same time. But I haven't gotten to the 5 inch point yet. Um, I was actually looking at
Oh,
maybe a 4 inch long
you'll
range
you'll
quad,
have fun.
but yeah, I know they're easier to fly than the bigger ones. It's just a matter of time. Unfortunately, I want to go digital. So
Yeah, I'd like to. I just don't have
it's
the
pricey.
funds.
Now,
Yeah.
a lot of people say don't dump any money into analog, just go digital. And the problem is just saving up the money for that digital. But for now, I'm not going to stick with the Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle as my only freestyle quad until I do decide to go digital. I'm going to buy a 5 inch. That's not going to break the bank. You know, $250, you could probably get a decent one, or a 4 inch. So I'm going to do
Well,
that.
well, the guys I flew with last week, they just got a Chendrone Squirt, and that has the DJI Air unit in it.
Yep.
So
Yeah, Dobo's
and
got one
now
of those.
that's ducted. That has ducted
Yeah,
fans on it.
it's got
So
ducted prop. It's got ducted frame,
yeah.
so it blocks the props from getting beat to crap. Those things are cool.
And you can mount a GoPro
Yep.
type camera on it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Those are I feel like those are more of the cinematic flying type.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can really run freestyle type
Well,
stuff with that kind of quad.
well,
I
you
mean,
could still do flips and
yeah.
rolls, but
Yeah.
just yeah.
Yeah. See, Mikey's yeah, it's funny it says get the iFlight Nazgul because right now I'm eyeing the hell out of that new one. The iFlight Nazgul, the
Mm-hmm.
F5, the Evoke. That's the one that lights up with all the green neon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eyeing that one. But I got kind of put in my place last night on our show. Uh, Nurk,
Oh.
Paul makes one.
Uh-huh.
Paul makes a Biden fly, and he's like, "Well, why don't you just buy mine?"
There you go.
So I'm like, it's not a bad idea. So maybe I'll look into that instead. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna end up with one now. I've already outgrown the freestyle. I think
Yeah.
I'm ready for something bigger. Yeah.
Mm. Same here.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if worse comes to worse, and I might have to replace the boards on the 5 inch,
Yeah.
won't be a ton of money, but it'll just be a pain to go in. I mean, I get solder. Before I got into drones, I was repairing and modding guitar effects pedals. So I've been doing
Yeah.
that, and so I know all
See,
about
I
that.
don't have any of that. I don't have any. I have a list like 3 pages long that Chris sent me, Doc Murdoch, for my 5 inch frame that he gave me in Florida. He gave me a CL1 Rotor Riot frame in Florida.
Ooh,
Just walked up, he gave it to me and said, "Here, build your own quad."
cool. There you
So,
go.
but I haven't purchased anything on that list, and that includes soldering irons, battery chargers, because when I go up bigger, I'm going to need bigger batteries, and I don't have any hobby grade chargers for that stuff. So I've got a long way to go. But for now, batteries and a 5 inch, I'll be happy with. I want to get new goggles. These things are kind of, yeah, they're all right. The Eachine EV, the 800D,
Yeah,
they're all right.
get the
They're just,
Viper goggles. Those are
yeah,
nice.
yeah, I saw those. I was actually thinking of maybe getting a set of the Fat Shark Attitudes. Those
Yeah,
are expensive
yeah,
though,
yeah.
and they're back to spending money on goggles and a quad. instead of going digital, I might just wait and save it. Then I'll
Yeah.
get the DJI goggles. But I mean, is that your plan too? Are you planning on in the future?
Yeah, that's down the road. Yeah.
I think it'd be better. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you want to see the clarity that
Yep.
has instead of going
hmm
behind a tree and seeing nothing but a TV from the 1950s,
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
right? I
hmm
mean, I
Yep.
mean, not that I was born in the 50s. Shit, I was born in the 80s. I don't even remember
Uh,
those things. But
Wow, I was already out of high school when you. I was in college when you were born.
ay ay ay. Yeah, I was born in 84.
84.
Yeah,
Boy,
I'm an 80s guy.
I
I
would
hate
have
I hate to tell you, I'm embarrassed of my generation.
if I would have stayed in Michigan, I probably would have graduated college in 84. Yep.
Yep.
I was I was going to a community college and I was going to transfer to either Michigan State or Central Michigan University.
Oh, yo, Corey was born in 86. See, I'm not the only young one.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. You I did a year of college. Yeah, that wasn't for me. School and period in general wasn't for me.
yeah.
The only way I got by is because I was the number ace pitcher on the baseball team and I had the teacher's
There,
backs, so
there
I
you
got by.
go.
I still graduated. I was the only one in my family to walk the stage and actually graduate.
Oh boy.
Rigor
Well,
mortis.
one of my classmates, he was a star baseball player and actually made it to the majors.
Still playing today or oh no,
No,
he's
he
older, right?
he
He's older. Okay.
retired. Let's see. I think he retired back in the late '80s.
Oh, jeez, I wouldn't even
Yeah,
know.
he played 9 years in the majors. Yep.
Yeah, I got a friend of mine. I don't know if anybody knows Eric Hosmer. He's the first baseman for the San Diego Padres right now.
Oh,
But 8 years ago, he got
yeah.
drafted out of high school, and we were raised together. Me and his brother played baseball since we were 6 years old. He's
Yep.
in the major,
So,
and his signing bonus was uh, $6.5 million. He got picked
ooh,
third pick overall by the Royals.
wow,
And he just signed with the San Diego Padres for 4 years at $144 million.
wow.
And now his family
Oh,
doesn't know us.
boy.
That's what happens when you get money. They screw your friends. You don't realize you don't
Yep.
know. They don't remember where it came from.
Well, this friend of mine actually has a World Series ring.
Oh, there you go. See,
Yep, he
that would
was
be
on
nice.
the Dodgers team where Kurt Gibson, he had that bad leg and Tommy Lasorda put him in and he hit that home run
Yep,
that
I
won the game.
remember that. And see, I know I used to watch a ton of baseball history. Now, my mind is not the best, but I do remember certain things, and that was one of them. And my buddy Eric also has when his first year, his rookie year, the Royals won the World Series. So he's got
Oh.
himself a ring, and I got to see it, and I held it, and I wanted to run with it, but I wasn't fast enough. I'm out of shape.
Well, my friend, when he played for the Dodgers, he was a relief pitcher at that time. And it was towards the end of his career. He was a lefty. So,
Oh yeah, lefties are
but
those are
here's the
good.
deal: he wasn't active for the World Series, but he did play for the Dodgers during the year, and it was Kurt Gibson that got the baseball commissioner to give him a ring
Yeah,
because he participated with the team. He's the one that, you know, got the saves that got him to the World Series. So,
yeah, that's pretty sweet. God, I wish I would have made the decision to stay and get the surgery done on my elbow. I was supposed to have Tommy John surgery, and I
uh,
opted out. Um, I don't know why. I started losing interest. Things could have went different. had a lot going on in my life, and I kind of just fell off the wagon a little bit.
Yeah.
But I look back at it now, and I really wish I would have stuck it out.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
but
that's what happened with Glenn Fry. He was an athlete in high school and lost interest in sports, got into playing the guitar, went out to California, and joined a band called the Eagles.
yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And he went to our crosstown rival high school.
Wow, nice.
Yep.
These boys are in the
Well,
chats talking about digital goggles, and they're bringing up the Fat Sharks, the Shark Bite.
yeah,
I was looking at that. Have you seen those yet?
no,
They're digital version of Fat Sharks, but they're not up to DJI quality. So I wouldn't invest in them, at least not right now.
right.
For anybody listening.
Well, guys, it's about that time. It is time for the toffee giveaway. So if you tots, I didn't prepare. I didn't get the wheels set up, so I'm gonna quickly get the wheels set up.
Oh, Lloyd, you son of a! That's my favorite number, and he just threw that in there. Goodness, darn it! That's not fair. 22. That was my baseball number all throughout my career. No fun.
Almost there.
You got it. Take your time, man. Jody, I don't think the numbers go that high, buddy. 3,618. I got to say, I enjoyed your premiere of that Tiny Hawk too. That was I was impressed, man. You're getting there.
Well, thank
You're
you.
doing good, man. Very good. You're
Yeah,
doing
I'm
this.
getting a little better each time.
Are those Viper goggles? Aren't those the ones that stick out far from your head and it's got a screen in front that you can see
Yeah, they
everything
do.
around you? Yeah. Hmm.
Right. Okay, here we go. Let me get this.
I was catching a guy in high school that was pitching 90 miles an hour. Peed away over drugs. Bob, I was the number one starter from sophomore year to senior. And junior year, I was around 92. And then senior year, I started topping around 97.
Wow.
Tall and lanky,
Oh,
man. That was the way to do it.
all right, guys. Let's. I got the wheel ready. All right. Pick a number between 1 and 50. So it looks like we've got a good crowd. Hey, James is here. My PI Dream. All right. It looks like we got
Got
plenty of
quite a few
numbers.
numbers in there. Yep.
All right, the window is now closed. We are now going to spin the wheel.
25.
Oh, the number is 25. Let's see who
That
the
would be
big
Mr. Chris Wedgeworth.
Chris Wedgeworth.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go back and nobody else got it. All right, congratulations, Chris. I will get that out to you probably Monday or Tuesday at the latest. All right, cool.
Good job,
I've already
Wedgeworth.
got his address, so that's awesome.
Gonna get that toffee nice and stuck in that big old beard of his.
Yep, there you go. There you go. And this is top shelf stuff. It's not that cheap crap like Keith Bar or what is that? Russell Stovers.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you can't find this at the grocery store. However, here in Denver during the holidays, you will find their toffee at I think it's Costco, Walmart, Sam's, and in some of the grocery stores.
Oh, you know what? He just remembered. That's actually he's got a point. Last time he won last week. Remember, he gave it to me.
Oh,
I remember that. Yeah.
okay.
Well, you get it this time
Well,
now.
who you want? You want to keep it this time, or do you want to give it away?
I think he'll
Oh,
keep.
that's up to Chris. We'll figure out things.
Oh yeah.
Uh, James, he just had a birthday. I think it was last weekend. He just turned 64. He's probably eating his famous waffles right
Yep.
now. So hopefully he'll be in a little while and talk our ears off. Uh,
He's a man of many
so
words.
yes, he is. So what kind of transmitter are you flying with?
Right now I am using the Jumper T-Light radio.
Okay,
For now. I had, well, I still have, but I had the Jumper T12 Pro, which
oh,
I enjoyed it. But I wasn't that I wasn't really into the game style. I mean, into the box style controllers.
right,
I mean, it's a great little controller. It's not as big as the T16s are, but
right.
it's a little bit smaller, a little scaled down version. And it's
I
great. I
see.
mean, it's got 6 switches on it. I mean, it's really really good. Um, but I was more towards the game style controller because of that Beta FPV kit. It comes with a
Oh,
game
okay.
style.
Yep,
So I switched and I ended up buying the Jumper, the T Light.
right,
This little radio right here is pretty badass. Um,
right.
it's nice and light. It's
Yep,
multi protocol. It's got
yeah,
the piece on the back so you can add a module to it, and
right.
it does the job. It does it for me. So yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I'm using this Tyrannus QX7.
Is that one of the bigger ones?
Yeah,
That's Doc's doing right there, probably.
yep. And uh, also Mitch has the same one.
Yeah. Yes, they're good. I hear the Tyrannus are good radios. Now, are those OpenTX radios?
I believe so.
Are they? Okay.
And those will take a module as well.
Yeah. That's, I mean, it's good to have, to be honest with you. I don't think I'm going to get to the point where I put a module
Mhm.
on it, but it's good to have. Everybody keeps telling me, go Crossfire, go Crossfire. No, I'm good because I'm going to end up running. I don't know. I don't know. Can you do Crossfire and digital at the same time? I have no idea. I'm too much of a newbie to know that.
Yeah, same here.
I
Hey,
have
I
no
want to say
idea.
hello to Neil.
Hey,
Blind
Neil.
Neil, good to see you.
I see him everywhere. I see.
And yeah, the thing that I like about the controller that I have, um, it kind of reminds me of the old Phantom controller.
Yeah.
They're kind of big, but they're smaller than that. So I use a lanyard, and then I could just rest it at just the right length,
Yeah.
so I get better control on the sticks.
Are you pincher? Do you pinch?
I'm kind of a hybrid.
You kind of do both, a little bit of both.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, I thumb. I'm all thumb.
Right.
So, but with the Jumper T Light, it actually does not come with a lanyard
Oh,
hook on it.
right.
So it doesn't bother me though because it's so light. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, and both Corey and Rigger answered my question. You can run the RX. You can run with any RX with digital. So you can do
Oh,
Crossfire
okay.
and BGI digital. So
Right.
there you go. There's the answer to that,
Cool.
which is good to know. I'm
Cool,
hoping
cool.
to have digital equipment by spin up, but
Okay.
if I don't, whatever. At least I'm flying FPV before spin
Mm,
up.
yep.
I get to the point where
Man,
I can hang
I'm
with the guys.
going this year.
Yes,
Got
you
my
are.
ticket.
You're already set up, right?
Yep, got my hotel, my flight, and so I already got my time off from work. I'm taking 4 hours of vacation so uh, I could be out of there by 10 and have plenty of time to get to the airport.
It's gonna be a hell of a time.
Yep.
I
Mm-hmm.
am so excited. I got to tell you, um, we are all staying. A lot of us are staying at the Spring Hill Suites,
Oh, cool.
and
Those are nice.
that hotel is not going to be the same when that weekend is done. We're going to terrorize. I mean, there's a lot of me, and then Johnny Drone Flyer, Marcus Crawford, Ron Brown, Michael Wright, uh, uh, both. Mikey Toto's going to be. He's going to be in that hotel. I think Bob Casey's staying in. Maybe not. I don't know if he's staying there or not. But there's probably 15, 20 people that I know of that are going to be in that hotel. And you're staying. How far are you from the venue itself?
I think it's 1.8 miles.
Okay. So how are
So
you
it's not.
getting from the hotel to the venue?
That's what I gotta find out. I'm
I'll take
gonna
care
need
of it.
a
I'll take care
ride
of it.
from the. Okay, cool.
I'll take care of it. I got to because I'm renting a minivan
Oh, awesome.
because I'm bringing the wife and three girls
Okay,
and
cool.
to me it's I mean I'm going for the event. I only bought one ticket, so I'm only bringing. It's just me going to the event itself. I'm not bringing the
Okay.
kids to that event. Not a chance. Oh my god, I won't be able
Yeah,
to do anything.
they could go do their thing and
Yep, they're gonna stay at the
yep.
hotel and do whatever. Hopefully the weather's permitting. They'll do the pool or in November. I'm not sure what Texas looks like, but uh, but I'll have a minivan because even if they didn't come, I need it for all my shit.
Yeah.
I'm bringing all my stuff. Ah, I have my Samsung phone connected to my Samsung laptop, so every time my phone rings, my
Oh,
laptop rings.
okay.
Everything's together. But yeah. So I'll be alone, or I won't be alone. I'll have other people with me that will probably ride together from the hotel.
Right.
But I will come. I will shoot down, and I will scoop you up and
Awesome.
then bring you with. Yeah, of course. I
All
did
right.
that for
Cool.
the dinner down here
Yep.
for the meetup. So yeah, I got no
Mm-hmm.
problem. That was a hike to your
Cool.
hotel. It wasn't a bad
Yeah.
ride though. You ride down the beach. I mean, although it was nighttime, and it was
Yeah.
still. And I wasn't gonna have you miss that dinner over a stupid ride. So
Yeah. That was fun.
yeah,
Had a really good time.
yeah, we
Yep.
enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
Yep.
I walked up and gave the reservations to that lady, 25 or 28 people, and she was like, "What?" But they got us in pretty quick.
Cool.
So Corey
Yep.
asked if I'm gonna be there. Oh yeah, they're flying whoops in the hotel. That is for damn sure. And
Well, I might be doing that too. I have. Well, I'll probably just bring the tiny hawk with me. Yeah.
well, I mean, you never know. You may have something bigger or better by that time. You never know.
That could be true.
Yeah, right. I
Or I
mean,
might just bring my Air 2 with me, like I
I'm
did to Florida.
yeah, I'm definitely bringing my camera drones. I don't really have that many anymore. I've got the Air 2S, the Mini 2, and the FIMI 2020, but I'm getting ready to junk that son of a bitch.
Yeah,
I hate that drone. But
yeah. I have the original Air Mavic Air. Got the Air 2. Got the Autel Evo, the original.
yeah, that
That's a
one you got
nice
from Dono,
drone.
right? You got that one from Dono.
Yeah, I got
Yep.
that from. Well, actually, I got the Autel from Matt, or, not Matt, Sean,
Uh
and the Air 2 from Dono.
yeah, because of your little accident that Sean kind
Yeah,
of put your drone in the drink. Yep.
yeah.
That was interesting. That made for good TV, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, that would have been something if I had the video going to cache onto the
Oh yeah.
phone. We could have had the video of the thing going.
Yep. I Kelly is this year is doing at Spin Up in the venue. It's a big conference center room type thing.
Right?
He's going to be doing flying, tiny whoop flying
Oh, cool.
in the room, and there's going to be people. whoever. I don't know who's going to be able to fly and who's going to be able to do what, but they're going to have Nerf guns, and we're going to be able to shoot the
Oh
tiny whoops
yes, that's
out of the
right. He
air with
was
Nerf
talking
guns.
about that last night. Yeah.
So I'm getting my piloting skills set to where one of those little darts doesn't touch my stuff. But that's going
Well,
to
I
be a lot
think
of
at the
fun.
last spin up, Ken Heron had a little tiny whoop flying around there.
Yep, he's going
That
to
was
set up
cool.
races in the conference room. I guess he's going to have those where you can set up those gates and those things that come
Oh
off the
yeah,
walls. Yep, that's what his
that'd be
plan is.
cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mhm.
That's going to be a lot of fun. The whole trip is, man. I
Yeah, it will be.
I was going to fly. I I don't get out of Florida often. Hell, I don't get out
Yeah.
of South Florida often. And my drive is 19 and a half hours. But I have me and then I have the wife
Right.
to drive. I want to enjoy while I'm gone. So driving, I can stop, I can fly, I can enjoy the sights, different
There
states.
you go.
It'll
Hmm.
be worth it for me. We're probably going to stop Thursday night, maybe sleep in a hotel room, and then get back up in the morning and keep driving, or just drive
Hmm.
straight through. But we're checking in on Friday, and then we're leaving on Monday afternoon sometime. So how long are you going to
Well,
be
yeah, I
gone?
come in Friday early evening, and then I'm leaving Sunday evening.
Okay.
That
Yep.
way, I could get into Denver, around 9, 10 o'clock, go to sleep, and go to work the next day.
Yep. I will commit now to being your chauffeur for the weekend.
Awesome.
Absolutely, bro.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
We'll get around. Like I said, we're gonna have a minivan or some sort of conversion van or something, so we'll have plenty of room.
Cool.
We'll do what we did
Cool.
last time when we went to dinner and I picked you up. We'll kick the wife out of the front seat and get you up there with me.
Well, I found a really nice restaurant down there on US 1, not far from where I was staying where was I? Oh, I was just north of where the meetup was.
Yes. Yep. I don't
And
remember what the name of your hotel was, though. I do not.
oh, it was the Penwood.
Yep, Penwood. Okay.
Penwood. And it wasn't a bad, it's not a 4 star. It was more like a 2 star.
It didn't look that bad to me.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Hmm.
I'm sure it was probably cheaper than it was where we stayed. You know what? People still to this day say, "Why'd you stay?"
Yeah.
Because I only live an hour and 45 minutes from where we had the event,
Right.
so I could have drove up, drove back, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to do that, and I didn't want to miss anything. Um,
Right.
the excitement at
Hmm.
the hotel, we were racing drones in the back of the hotel behind the pool and dinner and all, and so I thought, you know what, screw it, and it was tax time, so
Yeah. Mhm.
it paid for my trip. But yep, whoop, the wife's home.
Well, Gene said it would take 24 hours to drive nonstop from Vermont to Florida.
Oh wow,
That
yeah.
would be a heck of a drive. Well, I mean, look at Mike all the way from Michigan.
Say hi.
Hey
Hi.
there, good to see you.
That's Lauren. That's the boss.
Yep.
Yeah, he knows you. Yeah, what am I saying? Shit, you met. I forget about that sometimes, man. Yeah, that's a
Johnny
long.
D, RC, good to see you.
Gene, you
Yeah,
can
we got.
fly, buddy. You can fly.
Yep.
He'll get you got all the way till April 2nd, 2022 to plan it out. So
Yep.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Flights should be cheap when you're planning that far ahead, or at least I would think.
Well, the bad news is that, well, year ago in September, the company got sold. We have new owners, and they cut my vacation from
Oh,
200 hours to 120 hours.
that sucks.
I know, I was really
As long as you've
disappointed
been
when
there, I
well, I
mean,
mean, I'm basically starting over because it's new people,
that's
you know.
how long have you been with that company?
Uh 26 years.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Yeah,
Boy, you're lucky
I
I don't
know.
live close to you.
That's why I'm kind of looking at retiring, and it's getting really expensive to live here in Colorado, and it's, you know, politically, we're turning into California, and
Yeah.
we got a governor that wants to kill the oil and gas industry here, which is a big chunk of our industry, other
Yeah,
than
he's not the
mining
only
and
one.
agriculture.
Hmm.
Yep.
That sucks. Yeah, see, even Corey's because I know Corey's in Canada. Yeah, I don't
Yep.
think I think we have our border shut down to them still.
Yep. Now we could go to Canada, but we just
Oh,
can't
we
come
can't get
back.
back.
Yep.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, because I know Lauren Donauer wanted to make the trip to spin up as well, but he can't get out anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's unreal, but you
Hmm.
know, what are you gonna do?
Neil, the cost of living in Florida is a lot cheaper than Colorado. There's no state income tax. Uh, we gas here is about 360 a gallon. Where what is it in your neck of the woods, Matt?
290 average,
Wow.
295. Yep.
See, yep. And well, let's see, how much to rent an apartment there?
It depends on where you're at. Like, it also depends on your landlord. Like, I rent a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. Um, and I'm only paying 14.25 a month.
Uh, well,
But
that's how much it would be for a 2 bedroom here in
uh,
Colorado.
which is where we're at is way below market in the area that we're in Fort Lauderdale.
Right.
It
Yeah,
would normally
especially
be
Fort
up.
Lauderdale.
Yeah, I'm dead center of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So it would be average maybe 17 to 1,800 dollars a month. But apparently he just, I mean, our rent's going up in October, but it's not as bad as it should be, I should say. Which we're
Hmm.
not going to tell him. I ain't saying a word. He
Hmm.
inherited the building from his father, and he's just kind of,
Oh, okay.
hey, you
Hmm.
want to leave it that way, leave it that way. But it's tough. Some places down here it gets expensive, and it's tough to rent or buy because everybody
Yep.
wants first, last, double, security, double security, and you just got to. It
Right.
costs, but you got to find a job that's going to pay for it. You know.
That's right, Bob. Those were the places I've been looking at: Avon Park and Sebring. Yep.
Yeah. Sebring's
And,
a
and
nice place too.
Sebring's close to Lakeland and Haines City in that area. That's kind
John
of what is, huh?
Johnny DRC said his is at 450 a gallon average. Where the hell is he
Wow.
at? Must be in
Probably
Washington.
California. Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and plus, I love fishing, and if I want to retire, I want to go somewhere where I could do a lot of fishing. I've got a fishing channel, and if I could get that going, I have 300, a little over 300 subs. Get that up to over 1,000, and probably got enough watch hours. So get that one monetized. Keep the drone channel going. I could do YouTube full time, and that'll bring in some income. I'm starting to make money with the ArtCo channel, which is cool.
Nice.
Which is why I think there are some people in the drone community that are kind of pissed at me.
Well, they can
I
kiss
think
your
they're
ass, Art.
yep,
As far as I'm concerned.
yep,
Yeah, I'm on the same. Yeah, I'm on the same boat with you. I know exactly who you're talking about, and
yeah,
yeah. So
mm-hmm,
yeah, they don't
yep,
like it. Go somewhere else.
yep.
Unfortunately, you always get those people, and no matter what hobby or what area or what place you go to, there's always
That's
someone.
that's true. Mm-hmm.
Just better to ignore them and hello,
Yep,
goodbye.
yep. And I'm not into their game bashing people, so I'm not gonna
Yep.
bash them. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, that's
They
just,
want to
you
be
know,
a
it's
douchebag. Well, that's their problem.
do what you
You know?
do. I don't get into the point where I don't run my mouth, especially over the internet. That I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I mean, if you want to be a man about it, then I'll see you when I see you. But don't do it over
Mm-hmm.
the internet, please.
Yeah.
I got bigger things to live for, like children and family, and I
There
don't
you
need
go.
you don't need the crap.
Yeah.
But for the most part, this hobby's been nothing but good to me, so I can't complain.
All right. Lloyd's already picked the number for the charger.
About that time,
Yeah, we got 5 more minutes and then we'll spin the wheel.
let her rip. Lloyd,
Yep.
don't even. You know what? Did he do it? Ah. Oh, okay. So he's got to run, but he's just throwing his number in there.
Yeah. He's probably
Okay.
got an app to go to.
Hopefully he's doing well. Hopefully the wife's doing
Yep.
well.
Mhm. And
How?
James from My PI Dream, he had dengue fever last week. That's why
Ooh.
he hasn't been doing videos for the last couple weeks.
Well, he's over
He
in
just
the Philippines, right?
Yeah, that's right. Mhm.
Not yet. Goofballs.
Yeah, slow down. Cool your jet.
Gotta
Come
love them.
on.
Gotta love them. Yeah.
So yeah, James just released a video this morning. Uh, he's got what's called a bahe kubo, which is kind of a what is it? It's a bamboo little hut, and he had this built so it sat in the corner of his lot, so he could watch the building of his house. I mean, he
Ah,
was like on the site every day while they built his house, and he actually helped them out a little bit, you know,
nice.
especially when they were pouring the concrete into the forms. He's there with the stick, you know,
I'll
kind of
tell you
get
what, I would
breaking
want to
up the
do
air
the same
pocket.
thing. If I was watching my house being built, I'd love to have a hand in that.
Hmm.
That would, I mean, don't get me wrong, for the most part, I'd sit there and watch them. That's what they're getting paid for. But, at least carve your initials in the concrete, something little.
Very,
Other than that, I'd be
very
sitting back watching them drinking beer, a ton of beer.
well. If you catch his show, he's got a beautiful house, and he's married to a Filipina, and they bought this lot back in 2010, and they started building it in, I think it was February of 2017,
Where
and
did he
that
used to live before he went there?
he was out of Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, well, that's a big shift.
Yep. And he still has a home in Charleston. He just
Nice.
hasn't been there in the last couple of years because of COVID.
Oh, yeah. You know
Yep.
what? There's somebody else in the community that's uh our friend Robbie Gray from World Drone Community. He lives in the Philippines, but he has been in um uh
Belgium.
where is he living? He's staying right now in he's
Oh, I
he's
think
where
he's
he's where
Ireland.
Brad is. No, he's here. He's in the States. Robbie
Oh,
Gray. His name's Robbie Gray. Um
oh, okay.
he's
I
got
was thinking of Robbie RC.
Oh no, yeah, Robbie RC's over there. Robbie Gray he's got the YouTube channel World Drone Community.
Ah,
He's where
okay.
Brad. Oh, he's in
Oh,
Virginia. He's
yeah,
in
that's
Virginia.
right. That's right. I saw him the other night on one of the other channels. I think it was he on Coast to Coast?
No, he was on with the Fly for Fun show
Oh, yes,
with
that's right.
Johnny and
I'm
Ray.
start.
Yeah.
You're all starting to
Oh,
mix
there's so
it
many of
together.
them. There's
I
some. Look, I got
know.
I got my little list right here. There it is.
Oh,
Right.
there you go.
I got it taped
Hmm.
right next to my desk.
Hmm.
Although I know pretty much when all of them are, and then you get
Hmm.
notifications too. So, but there
Right.
are. Uh-oh, the little one's awake. Yeah, but yeah, he's locked in here. He can't go home.
Right.
I think he's been here for a while though, but yeah. So,
Hmm.
oh well, nothing you can do about it.
Eh. And I've got a girlfriend in the Philippines, and I haven't even met her yet. So hopefully
Yeah,
in
you told me
22,
about
I'll
her.
be able to go over there and see her and see what kind of chemistry is
That'd be
there. And
nice.
yep.
Nice. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna mute myself here
All
real
right.
quick. My daughter's waking up.
Okay. Yeah, it's that time to spin the wheel. Go ahead, folks. Put your numbers in. Between 1 and 50, we're going to spin for this
I just put my number in.
HiLucky solar charger. Yep.
Hey guys, if you got nothing else to do, become a member. ArtCo Drone Solutions.
Yeah, become a member. And also, don't be afraid to leave me a super chat or
Hell
a
yes.
super sticker.
Yeah. Cool. All right. She seems to have zipped her mouth, so I'm good to go.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll give it a minute and then we'll spin the wheel and hopefully James will pop in shortly.
Nice, nice. I will try and stay as long as I can. I know Lawrence probably got dinner running about it's already 8:30 here, so I'll stay on as long as I can.
Steelman 58, good to see you. All right, let's
one number, Gene.
All right,
Nice try.
bets are closed. Closing the window. Corey, man, thank you very much for that super sticker.
There you go,
Corey. Stickers, I like stickers. Yes, I
do. Here we go. All right, let's go ahead and bring in the wheel of fortune. Share audio and okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's spin that wheel. And the lucky number is 45.
I believe I saw that. No. Oh, we got a couple people damn close, though. Yeah.
Ooh, Okie Tom at 44.
Yeah, Okie Tom and Okie Tom, yep, twice at 44. And there was another 44 I thought I saw, but nope.
Okay, whoever has the first one.
No, it was him. He just put it in twice, that's all.
All right, Okie Tom, just send me, email me or your address or send me a message in Facebook and I will ship that out to you. Congratulations. Who was that? Okie Tom.
Okie Tom.
Okie Tom. Congratulations.
That is the way you do it, correct? You get to whoever gets the closest.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oops, just dropped my charger. Where'd it go? Yeah. Cool. That's nice of you, Art, to do that. I tell you what, man, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't pissed that I didn't win that little Mobula. I was hoping for it. I really was. That's a cool little drone, but
yep.
I mean, I think it went. I don't know. I don't remember who won it.
It was Mark out of where was that? Minnesota, I believe.
Good. Hopefully he put it to good use. That's good. That's always nice. I was gonna what was I?
So James, come on in. We're waiting for you. Scarf down those waffles and get your butt in here.
Yeah.
And then you could tell us a little bit about your latest video. And I think he's going to do another video where he's going to talk about dengue fever. Not Saturday night fever. You get it from mosquitoes, kind of like yellow fever. Only you start bleeding from orifice. Yep.
Ooh, not cool, man.
Pretty nasty bug. Just one of those bugs you get in the tropics there. Yep. Matt is gone. Okay, so hopefully. Oh, Matt, thank you very much for that super sticker. $5. Oh, and now he's back. What the heck happened?
I kicked myself off. I had to go because I have the chats popped out. I had to go into YouTube to do super chat, and then I had to come back in. And when I went to go X out of YouTube, I X'd out of the whole damn thing. Sorry about that.
Oh boy.
Oh well. It happens.
So what they did is they moved this little hut, and they had to do it in such a way that they don't break some of the little trees that he has in his yard, and get it through the utility gate that he has on his property. And just, he had like, I guess, 3 or 4 inches on each side to get that hut out of his yard. And he donated it to his new neighbors who are going to be building their house in early 22.
Nice.
That way they've got a place they could watch the build from.
Nice. Yep. I wonder what's the cost of living up there, someone like that, or somewhere like that, like
you could rent a 4-bedroom house for $450 a month.
Huh, what am I doing here?
Well, you need to marry a Philippine. But although you can buy a condo there, that's all. Foreigners could buy condos; they just can't buy property.
Boy, that would be nice. $400 a month to live.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but like they said, foreigners, yeah, they don't like foreigners very much, do they?
They're not as bad as some countries. Some areas of the Philippines are very welcoming to foreigners. Just don't bring your American attitudes with you. You gotta remember,
that's
you're
one thing
in a
we
foreign
have.
country.
Yep.
You gotta adapt to their, culture.
Yeah, over there they won't smack you on the hand. Yep. Machetes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even try. Bye, Neil. Neil's kid is pissed at him.
Oh, okay. Well, good night, Neil. And Dustin, my kid's mom is Philippine. Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Well, then she can own property there in the Philippines. You could buy this is what James did. He bought a 750 meter lot. Excuse me. And they've got a good deal on taxes that your house only has to take a quarter of that property. And then they've got what you could do your farming on the rest of it. If you're growing fruit trees, which he does, he's got a crap ton of fruit trees there. And he's growing pineapples, and he's got a couple coconut trees and banana trees, and oh boy.
Nice. That would be the way to live.
Yep.
Nice and cheap. How are the neighborhoods, the places like that? I mean, is it like anywhere else where you go over there and there's the good places and the bad? And
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You get the good ones, the bad ones. That's how it works.
Well, where James lives, he's in a gated community. And you know how it is where you got a gated community and they sell lots of land.
Yeah.
And
that's a good thing.
Yep.
That would be interesting. I wonder how the fishing is over there.
I went fishing when I was there. I didn't catch anything, but the weather was kind of crappy. and I was just getting over pneumonia before I left, so I wasn't at 100%. I do have a video of me fishing on, I think it's on ArtCo or one of my other channels.
Cool.
Yeah.
By the way, what is your other channel? Am I already subbed to that? I don't know.
Okay, there's Art's Place Conservative Talk.
That one I'm with.
And then there is Art's Place Fishing Channel.
Let me take a look. Because if I'm not, I'm going to feel like a dummy. Although there's a lot of people that I'm subbed to that I'll check in from time to time, and I'm not subbed to them anymore.
Yeah, I've been finding that out lately. Like this week, I went on Ken Dono's show, and I go, "Wait a minute, I'm not sub."
Isn't that weird?
And same with Ray said drone and Ken here, and I'm like, "Oh, what the hell was that?"
I don't get it. I really don't.
Yep.
But it's
yes,
got something
I
to do
do
with
have
the algorithm.
PayPal, Chris. It's on my page, and it's over there in the lower right-hand corner. It'll be right over there by my Teespring and Facebook. If you
That's
go
what I
to
gotta
my
get.
page,
A T-shirt.
so if you want to leave some money there, that's even better. If you can leave money at PayPal,
YouTube takes percentage.
That's right. I gotta send James
Hey, Leonard. Leonard, JSK Enterprises here. Say hi, buddy.
Oh, hey. Okay. So get over here, and we'll go to James Tanner. Okay. There's the link, James.
See, I'm not sure.
Got you the link. Oh, and I want to show you guys something. You know, Rick Enstrom of Enstrom's Candy. He is in Alaska right now, and I'm going to show you what he caught. Look at that bad boy.
Oh, that's a beast.
Nice salmon they caught there.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Let's see if I could, I think that's, wait a minute. There we go. That's
Holy
even
crap.
better.
James has 45,000 subscribers.
Yep.
I wasn't subbed to him. You know what? I don't really know him that well.
You'll love this channel.
Yeah, I had no idea, man.
And he's a drone flyer too. He just got the Air 2.
Nice. Yeah, I heard him say something about that.
Yep. So
yeah, I know he was a fan of
Rick caught a nice salmon. This is like, and he caught a halibut, and his wife caught a nice salmon too.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Fishing's so fun. Some people hate it. I love it.
I know. I love fishing.
Hey, Scott. Yep. Hi, Scott.
Hey, Scott. Good to see you.
Didn't like Ron. Hey, I try. I don't fly around everywhere so I can talk and say hi. I do it just to support because you guys are amazing.
Hey, we got a guest here all the way from the land down under. Let's welcome the effervescent Greg Cooner, all the way from Australia. Good to see you, Greg.
See, now here's another one that I have never met personally, although I've seen his channel all the time.
Yep, this is Matt of Matty's World.
Hey, Matty.
How you doing, buddy?
Spectacular. Another day in paradise.
Yeah, that it is.
Yeah, I heard you talking about the Philippines and stuff like that there, Art, and I thought I'll come in and say hello.
Aussie.
Hopefully James will be here shortly after he's done eating his waffles. He was in the chat just a little while ago.
Okay.
James, I sent you a link. It's over in Facebook. Still no link?
Oh, it's not. You guys did a fantastic live stream. Global
we had fun yesterday, yeah.
That was a lot of fun to watch. It really was.
Yeah. Yeah, we had fun doing it. Yeah. You
Got
know,
a lot of
I loved it more than my regular show because I don't have to prepare all of the news and content and all of that kind of stuff. It's just a case of turn up and
Right.
see what happens.
it worked out. It
Yeah.
worked out well. Got a lot of flyers. That was fun.
Yeah.
I was gonna use the link. Does it work with the Fly app?
Don't know. Short answer is, you know, I've got DJI Go 4
Yeah.
for myself, so couldn't comment.
I wonder.
I
James,
don't
I
think so.
emailed you the link, so check that. Should be there short.
But to your discussion earlier about the Philippines and, you know, there are good areas and there are bad areas. Just briefly to share, I think I might have shared this with you once before up, but I'll let Maddie in on the story. One time, many moons ago, I was in the Philippines and we had a night out partying in Manila and rented a hotel room rather than driving back to where my wife's house is. And the next morning, we were getting up and I needed a power adapter for a laptop or something. So I said, oh, I'll just go down to the local convenience store. Had a gold chain around my neck that my grandmother had given me. I'd never taken it off since she gave it to me on my 21st birthday. Someone came past very, very quickly from behind me, grabbed it, yanked it, and it was gone. I don't know how they got it off because the clasp was fine. But I think they've got something that in their hands that's ready to cut the metal. They just want it for the gold value.
Right?
Doesn't that suck when something like that happens to you? You feel so violated. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. Or it pisses you off to the point where you want to do something about it and just not sure. You get to the point where you
Yeah.
don't care about the consequences. Just
Yeah.
So yeah, there are some dodginess places there, but that's just because there's a lot of poverty there, to be blunt.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If the guy had have had someone come back to me 10 minutes later and said, hey, I know the guy that stole it from you. He's got no money and that's why he's doing it. And I would have said, yep, okay, give it
Yep.
to me back and I'll give you the money for it. That was more sentimental value. So
Right.
I would like to it have not to have happened, but by the same token, I understand it's how he lives.
Right.
They don't have
Yeah.
social systems that we have.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's
Mhm.
unfortunate. That's
Mm.
unfortunate. Unfortunately, we're getting to the point here too in the States where you're starting to see more and more like down here. It's
Mm.
just, it almost seems like there's always somebody new every week at the local corner asking
Yeah.
for food or money or change. And it's like it's unreal watching these people. It's sad. It really is sad to watch these people and know that they've got absolutely
Hey,
nothing.
James.
And right on cue,
Morning, guys.
Yep, right on cue. What's up, James?
Hey, Maga Naga Maga, guys. It's been a long
Magadam Maga.
man. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it sure has. So it's good to see that you're feeling better.
Oh,
So
about
tell us a little bit about dengue fever.
oh man. Then where to start? You know, everybody's talking about the COVID virus, and that's bad.
Yep.
But we know how bad that is. But little did I know how bad the dengue virus can be here also. And you talked about it a little bit earlier about it coming from the mosquito. Yeah, it definitely comes from the mosquito. There's two things you got to worry about inside the Philippines, and that's malaria and that's dengue. And the dengue is actually it's a virus. A mosquito bites somebody who already has dengue, and then it transmits it from the mosquito back to another person. And that's how
Right.
the evolution. It just keeps going. It just keeps going like that. Whereas if you get malaria is actually a parasitic type of a infection that you get from a mosquito, and you get a parasite inside your body. But and they're probably they're probably both really bad. All I know is the dengue is really bad. And what it did to me, and the way I kind of figured out what was going on, is the first thing I did is I looked at the symptoms for COVID to see, and I'm like, we don't see anybody. There's never anybody here. We stay here.
Mhm.
We do the mass when people drop off food and everything here. So we never go anywhere. Maybe once a month we go to the mall. That's about it. And I'm like, there's no way I could have caught COVID. And I looked, and I had no respiratory problems, no chest, no coughing, none of that. But 100% of the standard symptoms that you get from dengue, I had every one of them, of the standard ones, and then you have some that are critical. There are some critical symptoms where you really have to go to the hospital for. But I got all the things, the classic symptoms, like headache that just doesn't go away. Even if you take Tylenol, it won't go away. You can't get rid of it. You have fever. You have your eye sockets, your eyeballs inside your eye. You can't turn your eyes left or right or up or down. There's so much pain inside the socket. All your joints, every one of your joints, your elbow, your knuckles, your knees, your every joint, your wrists, your neck, every joint feels inflamed and like you have arthritis. And something that's unique that you'll probably know that if you actually get dengue, that's totally different from any other virus that I know about. You get this really weird rash. It's almost like a chicken pox kind of a rash, and it's all over your chest. And I believe on your scalp, you get this skin conditions and all inside. And there are several, and we'll talk about that. I'm going to do an episode, probably the next episode, before we get back into the next project. And we're going to talk about that. But I got every single 100%, and I knew right away. And the funny thing about it, the day before I caught it, I worked on Corey over here and John's lot behind. I did the mowing of it. There's about 1.5 meters, 2 meters worth of grass I planted for those guys. But the rest of the grass is about 2 meters tall, and it's a harbor for mosquitoes. And I got eaten alive the day that I went back there and I did the maintenance.
Oh, you didn't spray. You didn't.
No, I didn't. Yeah, no. And where they get you is they get you on your ankles, all around your ankles. And I came back, and I probably had like 20 bites on my ankles from back there.
Yep.
So it only took one. One of those pesky ones had the dengue, and that's what I caught. But it was horrible. I think the worst thing is that it takes every ounce of energy out of you. You have nothing. You can barely turn over inside your bed. Your body is so weak, and that's what it did to me. And for me, that was the worst thing out of everything. I can deal with a little bit of fever. I can deal with a little bit of headache. I can, as long as I can function around here and do planning and doing things that I need. I couldn't do anything because I was so lethargic. And that was the worst part of it. You just you feel like you're on the path to death is what it feels like. You really feel like that. Luckily, I didn't get the really bad, the ones that they say you have to go into the hospital, and it has to do with bleeding in different places, having blood coming.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Yep.
So I read everything about what you can do for it, and there's really nothing you could do. It's only bed rest. You just have to stay hydrated and get lots of bed rest, because I think they just recently they have like a vaccine that you could get to build up some of your antibodies inside your body against that, and I think they're starting to introduce that in the Philippines now. I just read just recently. I don't have any more information on it, but there's really not a lot that you can do about it. They don't have like a miracle drug that you can take this drug and it fights the virus inside your body.
Here in the States, you get your inoculations before you go overseas. And one of those they have for
yellow
dengue,
fever. Yeah, yellow fever, malaria.
Typhoid,
yeah, I remember.
Malaria.
Oh yeah, every time before I deployed, back when I was active duty and as a contractor, because when I was DOD, I was always overseas. As a matter of fact, the last 2 years I spent in Afghanistan before I retired and came into the Philippines. And each time before you go on a deployment, you're standing there, and there's like a dozen shots they give you on the way out the door before you go into whatever area of responsibility that you're going to be working at. So. And yeah, I got those. I never got dengue though. I never got a dengue shot. I got malaria. You always get malaria. It always seems like what the part of the world that I go to is a malaria identified place. But anyway,
I can tell you just out of interest, a lot of the nieces and nephews and aunts and so forth over there, We've had a number of people over a period of time get dengue, and it is pretty nasty. But have you had many people yourself with it, James, or is that your first exposure to
My
someone with it, and
first.
it happened to be you? Yeah.
No, it's my first. I've lived here for 4 years now. I've lived here for four and a half years. And always when I'm in the barangay with my friends inside, they're always like, "Those you have to be careful," because I always wear shorts. A lot of the people around here, they wear long pants.
Long pants,
and,
yeah.
And the reason they wear the long pants, and even like our gardener, the gardener when he works here, he wears long pants. And in the Bahay Kubo, which is, you notice it's not behind us anymore, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's not there. He always keeps a shirt inside there, and he works all in the morning. He comes in for an hour in the morning, a couple hours in the afternoon, and he always wears long shirt and long pants. And it's hot as can be. It's crazy hot over here sometimes, but yet he does that, and that's the reason why they wear the protection is to defend themselves against the mosquitoes around here. And but they've always told me in the barangay. My friends in the barangay, man, James, you have to be really careful. You have to be careful about dengue. You really have to be careful about that. But nobody ever told me of a family or a friend who caught one of these. They didn't tell me what the symptoms and what you actually have to go through. And had I known, if somebody would have told me, and that's the reason why I think it's so important that I do one episode and briefly go over my experience with it, so that you do take it really seriously about putting, whether it's the lotion, the lotion you put on your arms and your legs and around your neck, something like that, especially if you're in an area that has high exposure to the mosquitoes. You really need to be precautious, because I really, it felt like you're on your deathbed. That's how I felt. And it's only a 7-day. It only lasts about 7 days. Usually you start coming out of it. And that's exactly what happened to me. I caught it on a Saturday. Sunday was my birthday, and I had to go through my
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And all the people, I got so many really
Happy
nice comments from people.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear James. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Art. Thank you. I really wasn't leading up for a birthday wish, but thank you anyway. Thank you for the kindness. So anyway, I started it basically on my birthday. That's the first day I couldn't get out of bed, and then I kept reading it, and it kept saying I had something to look forward to. I kept seeing it said it's like a 7-day window. So about the seventh day, I was actually able to get outside the house and do some yard work and things like that out here. So, and this is the second week. So, and I've been working all this week. So I've been out in the backyard doing some work.
And for those overworked muscles, use Bengay.
There you go. Hey, Art, I'm going to jump off, buddy. I'm going to have some dinner.
All right, Matt.
I appreciate you having me on.
Keeping me company for a while, no
problem, man.
You have a great evening.
I will do, buddy.
Good seeing you here this morning.
You too, James. Greg, take care, buddy.
Hey, Johnny Drone Flyer is in the chat. We need to put him in our prayers because he's in the path of Hurricane Ira or Iris.
Yep. Category 4.
Cat 4, I've been
it's not looking so good for them. He's going to be on the worst side of the quadrant of that storm. So,
and that area has been beaten so hard over the past
They don't need
years.
this. They don't need this.
No.
Yep. So keep him in the prayers. That's for damn sure. All right, guys. Bart, I'll be in the chats, buddy.
All right, take care, man.
All right, here, bud.
Adios.
Hey, Greg, I was really confused about your broadcast yesterday. I always look in the morning to see if you're doing your broadcast, and if I see that it says live, I click on the link, and I clicked on the link, and I expected to see your bright shiny face with your little TV and Lloyd in the background or something, and I got on there, and it was
Kelly.
two totally different people, and it didn't even say the name of. I don't believe you had your logo up, or maybe
It was
you
Ready
had
Set Drone. This normally when I do the global fly-in, it's the reverse, and I broadcast it's my channel and theirs. But this week I felt like taking a week off, and I had them broadcast into mine. But I was
You're
still
frozen,
involved.
Greg.
Yeah, you're breaking up really. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so what they did is they simulcast on Greg's channel, and they did a fly-in where they took video feed of people flying around the country.
Live flying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, I did that one time on your show. I remember doing that a while back.
Yeah.
But I was confused because it was like, did I click on
Who
the
are
wrong
those guys?
button? Did I click on the wrong link? And I literally I went out and I looked at the thumbnail screen on there to see, and then I was like, Dad, there's Greg's face right there. So let me click on it again. I went back inside there.
I
and it was
came
like,
on it a bit later. I came in.
oh, did you? Okay. Well, I
Yeah.
missed some. I'll have to go back and look at your recording when you put that back up.
It was one of our better shows. The only thing that was different was I wasn't producing it. Kelly.
That's
Kelly
why it
Shores
was better.
Oh, you should have had your sound effect on that, Art. Ching. Yeah, I'll have to go back and take a look at that one.
Yeah.
By the
No, we
way,
had some good
James,
flyers.
great drone shots in your latest video.
Yeah, that was with the Air
Air 2?
2S. The Air 2S.
Oh,
yeah.
2S, okay.
Yeah, the new one. The new one. I popped the way it was supposed to work. And when you work with the Filipinos down here, sometimes you never know. You never know when, because they and Greg I'm sure knows this. There's a thing called Philippine time. When you're on Philippine time, if somebody says they're going to show up at your house at 8:00, it's going to probably be more like 9:00 when they show up at your house. That's Philippine time.
9. I thought it'd be 10.
or 10. But some people around here, especially some of the professionals, the contractors and all, they take their jobs really, really serious. And such is the case of one of the contractors that just started building in the subdivision. He just completed out a job, built a house over by the main gate, and he's going to be building the two Canadian property owners. He's going to be building their houses over here. And I asked him, since he's building, and it's specifically Gerard and V, who are building across it, and I think in the next month.
Oh, that's Steelman 58.
Steelman, yeah.
Yeah, I just saw him in the chat a while back ago.
So what we coordinated because they want to do the same thing when their house is being built. They want to do the exact same thing I did here. They want to position the Bahay Kubo so they can come every single day, because they're going to be here in the Philippines once it starts building. I think they're going to be here in October, and they want to watch every single day of the build. So they actually have a place that they've secured for rent here in the subdivision, and then they'll walk each day or drive if they have a vehicle over here. So I gave them the Bahay Kubo. It's served its purpose here, and we have a bigger project, which is the next project that we're going to be doing on Bahay Kubo Island back here. That we talked about it on your channel here a little bit. We showed the modeling of what we're going to do, but we haven't disclosed that yet on our channel. So it's going to be, most people think it's going to be the koi pond. Because
that's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that's what most everybody, at the very onset of all the upcoming projects after the house was built, one of the first projects was supposed to be a huge koi pond the size of the swimming pool back here. But we opted for the swimming pool over the koi pond because we thought we would get more use out of the swimming pool. And then maybe later on we could make a small, I still have a small koi pond. It's something very small. But you saw, we disclosed on your channel a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that, the project that we're going to be doing back here. So we haven't done that yet on our channel. So the folks who watch here have an advance over the people on our channel. So, so we so that the Bahay Kubo gets out of we needed it off the property here. They needed something on their property, so it was a win-win situation for both of us. So getting back to where we're starting, it was Gerard's contractor. He said, I will be over. He just said tomorrow morning, I will be over tomorrow morning to move the Bahay Kubo. Originally, the concept, because it took about 15 men when we first got the Bahay Kubo back in 2017, it took about 15 men to take it off the back of the truck. It was already built. It was pre-built there. And they brought it. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you watched it. Remember it fell off the back of the truck. I thought it was going to break the legs and all on it because it was so heavy. Because I think the wood was still green, and it has a lot of more. When the bamboo has the water inside, it's very heavy as opposed to dried out bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably weighed a third more than it weighs now. And it took 15 men lifting it only about 2 inches at a time, moving about 12 inches at a time, to be able to get it in the position where it was back here. So I thought to myself, well, this is a pretty big thing. And we have a fence now. But we didn't have a fence when they delivered the Bahay Kubo. There was no fence. There was just grass. So I proposed to the contractor that they get a crane, the big backhoe, the excavator kind of a thing with the arm, and they strap some cargo straps and then lift it up, bring it up and lift it over the fence and put it over next door. Because I didn't think it would fit. We did some measurements and most of the parts would not fit out through our service gate. So the contractor came over. His name is Romeo. Romeo came over and he measured, and there's a spot between the top of the Bahay Kubo, the canopy, and the actual part where you sit that has the backing. There's an area that's about, I don't know, 20 inches. And it's like an indention inside there. And we had to clear on the top. I don't know if you could see. We had to clear on the top of the post because it's got a little pyramid, decorative pyramid. So what they had to do is the canopy had to go above the little pyramid, and the backing for the seats had to go below it. And it was something precise, and there's about this much room on each side. And you could see on that video how. And I really didn't think they were going to be able to do it. And I had visions of me rebuilding the top of those columns for the fence and all. But they did it, and just by lifting. The guys lifted, and it was pretty credible. But I was supposed to do the drone. The way the drone was supposed to be integrated into this, I was charging it in the house. He said he was going to be here in the morning, but he didn't give me a specific time. So I figured he'll be here about 9 o'clock. Well, they showed up about 7:15. It's about 7:15, right after I started. And what I was going to do, because you can get about 30 minutes of drone time, I was just going to put it up in the air on a static, do a static
that's
video.
right. And then you could watch them move it.
Yeah. So I would do stuff at the lower side, and the drone was going to do it, but I could never get it up in the sky. The battery wasn't charged up in there. So it was my bad on that one.
And why didn't we charge it the night before?
Yeah, why didn't we? Yeah, we'll blame it on dengue.
There you go.
So that's my.
Hey, just a side question for you, James. Back to your dengue for a minute. Have you had both vaccination shots yet?
I have. But I got. Okay, they offer in the Philippines. They offered Moderna. They offered Pfizer. I think they have J&J, but in the early stages, you couldn't get any of those. In the very early stages, when they had availability, and they had Sinovac, the Chinese version. Yeah. So what we did.
So you've got the built-in radio transmitter now.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, that's right. I'm reporting back to the mothership.
Yeah.
But so what we had to make a decision, and the decision for Ness and I was it's available. We don't know if and when the other ones are coming, so we would rather be vaccinated with something that's even 50% effective rather than have the 0% effectiveness of the vaccine. So we went ahead, we did that, and what we decided was the next time that we visit back to the U.S., which we've had to delay our trip back again. This is our third time we've had to delay it, by the way. We'll confer with our doctors back in the U.S. to see, because they're
What's the
talking
reason you
about.
had to delay, just out of interest? Because I know that one of my relatives has just gone from Philippines to the US.
What's the question?
What was the reason for the delay? Was that were you not able to travel, or?
No, it was based upon our review of the news that's going on with the Delta variant in the U.S.
Okay.
If you look from around March of last year till now, you'll see that the highest and the steepest rate of infection rate right now over the initial infection rate in the U.S. And this is August going into September, and this whole thing usually it's about a 6-week period when we have this explosion before you really start seeing the way the spike is going up, and then after the spike is going up, then it's several months that they're dealing with this. So we were supposed to go back. I think we were scheduled for October 16, and when we looked at it, and I put it right in the middle of when it's going to be going crazy. What we suspect is going to be kind of crazy inside, and we don't want to be exposed to that. So. I told Ness I wanted to reschedule for 12 months, because I know it's going to be 12 months before things, even if they start going in the right direction, it's going to be about 12 months. But she said, no, let's do like we've done the 3 previous times, 6 months. We'll schedule it 6 months. And then if 6 months comes to the point where it still looks like it's going to be so difficult, or the threat is too high, then we'll just move it another 6 months. So that's what we did. And we're so lucky, because we have a Philippine couple who works for Delta Airlines, and both of them did. One of them now works for a different company, and one still works for Delta. And we've been going through them, because at the beginning of the COVID, when you tried to get through to Delta, and I'm sure it's like that for every one of the airlines, you couldn't get through. You could sit on the phone for 8 hours on hold, and you would never get a real person to talk to, and you couldn't do anything. So luckily, we were so fortunate. One of our subscribers worked for Delta, and they both did at the time. And they reached out to us. They emailed us, and they said, let us help you. We'll help you with your getting your ticket rescheduled. So I just told them when we wanted to have it rescheduled. And then next day I woke up, and boom, they had us all rescheduled. They've already done that 3 times for us already.
Wow.
And I explained to them each time, and I thanked them so very much for being so kind and helping us with this. And I explained to them, even on this next one, I said, I don't have high confidence that we're going to be able to go in April. And they're like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We understand the situation. And they said, you just let us know, and we'll move it again to the next whenever you want to have it rescheduled.
Now you guys are dealing with the Lambda variant.
Really?
Yep, that's what I'm hearing from my friends around the Manila area.
Oh, no, I haven't heard that one yet. Lambda.
Sorry, couldn't resist. But back to my original question, I was trying to get you to compare the morning after of the vaccination, the following day. Did you have any?
Oh, the symptoms or the side effects?
Ness and I, neither one of us we had 0 symptoms. It was just like, as a matter of fact, I've gone down and got the flu shot in the U.S. before, because normally on an annual basis we get the annual flu shot for whatever variant is for that year that they have expectations. And I've had reactions, mild flu type symptoms after getting it, but not the Sinovac. I had nothing. It was just like neither one of us.
Muted.
You're so professional, Greg.
Anyway.
But no, we didn't have any symptoms. Nothing from that. But
Okay.
what I was alluding to earlier, when we can go back next, we want to confer with our physicians and find out for like the boosters. You know, they're talking about boosters and they're talking about mixing, because I've read various things on the booster shots, and most of them from reputable sources in the medical industry say that if say like you get the Pfizer and you got a Moderna booster, or you got the Sinovac and you get a J&J booster, something like that, that it actually it's actually recommended that you get it from a different booster shot from the original that you had, because
Mm.
I guess it gives you more different types of antibodies that you have inside
Ooh.
to be able to fight the different variants that you might get. So we'll
With
find
a
out when we
cocktail.
go. Yeah, so we'll find out when we go back. That's something that we definitely want to look at.
Fair
And how
enough.
about the volcanoes, sir? How's the
No,
Taal doing?
it's acting up again. It's
Oh boy.
as a matter of fact, last night there's a very strange phenomenon that happens around the volcano, and it's always ever since we've been over here when there's been activity with the volcano. And last night, as a matter of fact, I probably need to get a hold of our friend Rowena and Simon, the one that we did a video on from their house that we were there the night
Right.
before the volcano actually blew. She does regular videos of the activity of the volcano, because you could see right from her house. You could see she's right on the side of the lake right there. But last night specifically is one of these occurrences that happened here, and you can see directly behind me is the volcano, about 21 kilometers directly behind me right here, and only in that area.
Oh, there she goes now. Sorry.
And directly there's an occurrence that happens when there's activity going on inside the volcano, and I don't know if it has to do with the heat, when the heat is coming up, but directly above it there's like sheet lightning storm, very very focused, very precise in that location directly above the volcano. And last
Has
night
that happened
it
this
was
time? Because last night?
there was a lot
Okay.
last night. We Ness and I stood up in the bedroom window staring at and just watched the lightning show, and you couldn't hear anything. There was no thunder.
There's a live
But
stream that's doing 24-hour coverage of Taal, and we've been watching it from here and looking for it because, you know, we had heard of the sheet lightning before, didn't see it this time around, but I didn't know about last night yet.
last night about, because we went to bed about 12:30 last night, so probably between 11 and 12:30, lots of activity directly above the volcano.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I
It's
don't know. I
probably
know.
the electrostatic discharge from maybe either the dust particles or the sulfur particles in the air.
Well, that's how we knew in January of, what was it, 20, when it erupted.
Yeah.
That's how we knew that something was going on, because directly behind us we saw this plume of cloud. There was no clouds anywhere except for that. It was such a weird. And Ness and I looked at that and we're like, what is going on? Why is it so focused in that one area right there? And I didn't even think about Taal being in at that time. I really didn't even think about it being right there. And then it started doing this weird, where the lightning was going. It was like vertical, straight up and down, constantly up and down over there, over that area, focused. And then the earth started moving. We started getting all this shaking around here. And that's when Taal blew. That's when it blew in January. So ever since then, we've been really cautious to look in that location and look for different types of activity. But Rowena, she's always posting stuff on hers, and she takes video with her telephone. It's like the vertical picture that she has there. But you can always see the plumes of
And
the
lots of
release.
sulfur at the moment as well, I'm reading about.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I haven't looked at we have a sensor here, an air quality sensor, and before I got sick, the 2 weeks before I got sick, it was almost every single day in the red where it says air quality is dangerous. You should not be outside for this kind of stuff. And the wind was blowing from the volcano over this way, which it normally doesn't. But ever since we had that typhoon that went and brought like the monsoon winds that come from the west to the east, we've been starting to get some air movement from the volcano over in this direction. That's when we're going to the red in the air quality. So it's been a little active. So, but maybe being a little active every now and then is better than it being very still for a long period of time and then releasing all the energy at one time. So
That's true.
that's what
It's
everybody
releasing
says.
it bit by
Lloyd.
bit.
Good to see you. No, you didn't win, Lloyd, but someone from Oklahoma won the power bank.
Lloyd, hello. Good to see you. Did you enjoy the day off yesterday? Anyway, it's appropriate timing, talking about the volcano letting off gases. Grumpy's famous for that.
Lloyd gets around. I don't think there is a drone channel that Lloyd is not either on the show or in the chat session. He's definitely
Come on, Lloyd, come in. We all want to hear you because
Yeah, I sent you a link, Lloyd, so come on in if you want
come on, it's time for Lloyd's chat.
to. Stomp the yank.
So I was looking for your link because normally you send the link through the email. You have a group of people that you send the link out to.
I've got to remember to do that. I forgot it yesterday.
Yeah. But I'm talking about on art this morning.
Oh,
and
and
I had a link inside there, but it was for another broadcast that you had done. It was like, check out my video.
that was for a video for the giveaway. But I did do an email blast of the. I think I did. Yeah,
I
forgot.
I did not get one for today's. And I'm like,
Okay.
That's kind of weird. And I probably wouldn't have thought anything, but you mentioned something earlier. You said, "Oh, James might be stopping in later on and stuff like that." I'm like, "Well, maybe he does want me to stop in and say hello."
Yeah.
So I went back and I was like, "Well, but
You're like a regular here, James.
there's nothing inside my email, but I don't hardly ever log on to Facebook. So Facebook is there's just too much stuff going on Facebook.
Especially in the Philippines.
Especially in the Philippines. So I keep that closed most of the time. And what I do is each time I post a new video, I open it up. I put the link inside there because of the Philippines, because our second biggest demographics is the Philippines, next to the U.S. And I want to make sure that they're aware when we do posting. Because that's really the way most of the people watch the YouTube videos. They watch it from the links that they get on their Facebook.
I see you're up to 45K now.
40. I haven't looked. I every now and then I take a look. I'm going to get excited when we get 50, the 50K. I'm excited that when we get new subscribers inside there. But my goal is 50. That's the big goal. That's the milestone. That's a milestone for me.
Well, I know
By the way, you were
starting to grow again.
Yeah, who was talking before about people having subscribers missing from channels? Was that your previous guest?
Oh yeah, I was talking with Matt. We were talking earlier about
being unsubscribed to channels and stuff.
Because I went to, I think it was your channel, and Ray said drone, and I know I'm not subscribed to him because there's
been a big purge again. There's been a big purge.
Oh boy. So I better go through and check all my links and make sure I'm subscribed. Yep.
Oh, who I went on when you were gone. When you were gone, I think it was last week while I was Was it last week I was recovering, or before I got sick? I can't remember. I went on Adrian's channel. It's the first time I've been on Adrian's channel before. So his format's a little different from your format that you have inside
Right.
here, and it's a
free for all.
It's a free for all. It's a free for all,
Mhm.
and I got on there, and some guy's like, "Who's this guy? Who's the new guy?" He has a different. I think a lot of the people that he has on his show, they've never seen my show before.
Yeah.
It's good. I think I got a link. I think he sent me a link this morning, but it's his.
Yeah,
it's
he's
his,
doing it. He's doing it Zoom instead of StreamYard.
okay.
So you gotta have to have the Zoom app on your computer.
Yeah, and maybe that's what I used with him the last time. I have
Yeah.
Zoom because we do Zoom is real big for conferences here. When we do the Rotary Club, our board of directors meetings for the HOA here, all that stuff is done on Zoom here as well. There's so many there are so many of those collaborative meeting type tools that are out there. But you got to install all these apps all the time. It's like I was talking with my aunt and uncle in the US the other day, and I'm like, I said, do you have Skype? Because Skype was the big thing
Skype's
at the
another
very
one.
beginning. That was the big one. And I thought
Yep.
everybody had Skype. So I asked my aunt and uncle, I said, let's instead of, because we call all the time using the VoIP audio calls all the time. I said, let's do video. Let's do this. Let's see each other. I haven't seen you guys in a long time. I said, you guys have Skype? Nah, we don't have Skype. And then they're like, do you use, she says, we use, what's app?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. And I said, no, I don't have that installed. I said, but for you guys, I'll install another video conferencing app on. And I did that. So I use so it's all out there. It all works good. Some have a little bit better features than the other.
Cool.
Anyway, at this point, I might disappear and get into the rest of my day, but I just thought I'd pop
All
in
right,
for a
Greg.
bit.
Good to see
Greg,
you.
good seeing you. Yeah.
Do go and watch the replay. It was a lot of fun. And we had Kelly flying as well. So that was cool.
I will.
Okay.
Definitely.
Adios.
Okay. Take care,
Cheers.
Greg.
See you guys.
So where's Chuck? I haven't seen Chuck in a long
Chuck
time.
is still on vacation.
He's still on. Is he like on Aerosmith's permanent vacation or what?
Yeah,
what
2-week vacation. Boy. Yeah.
2-week vacation. Oh, must be nice.
Last week, let's see. Oh, I was at a I was at a party. You see, Rick Enstrom's son passed away, and they had the service in the afternoon, so they had a live stream, and Lloyd was there, and a couple other people from the chat were there, so we watched the service, and Rick invited me over to his house for dinner, and it turns out it was everybody from the service was there, so I got to meet more of the family and their friends. So that was and that got me more subscribers because I was talking about my drone channel, and Rick's grandson Ryan, he just graduated high school, and I gave him an FPV frame so he could build his own FPV drone. So we got talking about drones, and I've flown drones with them before, and I told him, "Oh, what's the name of your channel?" He got his phone out, ArtCo Drone Solutions, and there were a couple other people that kind of overheard us, and they were asking, "What's the name of your channel again?" Okay, I'm subbing.
Well,
So
there you go.
I
It's all
notice
about
I'm up to 1450 subscribers. Cool.
Oh, congrats. It's all about networking. You know, Art? It's
Mhm.
networking is such a powerful tool.
Yep.
It's powerful.
Mhm.
So, well, good. You
Yep.
got to start somewhere, and it's like I said when you first started. As long as you have that curve that's just slowly
Yep.
going up in that direction, it's
Mhm.
better that when it does this, that's when you know you did something wrong. But you're doing
Well, and
really good.
it's also seasonal too, because during the summer there'll be like a lull and a little drop off because everybody is doing outdoor stuff,
Well,
and
something
after
Google.
Labor Day it'll start picking up again.
Yeah, something Google does really well is their analytics. And they're getting better. They're getting stronger with the data that they send out to you. They'll let you know something as simple as when's the best time of day
Mhm.
for you to push your video for it to become visible.
Right.
And they show you what, like when I was talking about demographics, the US for us it's #1, Philippines is #2. And then but it shows you and what you have to do if you really want to make a business out of it, you analyze that data that's coming
Mhm.
inside there and you focus on those target areas that you want to really have visibility at, and it works. It really works. That's why now what I found out, you'll see most of my videos are posted 6:15 a.m. our time,
Yep.
which is 6:15 right now. I don't think the time has changed yet on the East Coast in the U.S. 6:15 p.m. On the East Coast in the U.S. And what
Mhm.
I tried, and they'll tell you like some of the best time to do it is like on a Saturday, so that it's the people
Mhm.
that are home for the weekend. They're chilling out, and they get up first thing in the morning with their breakfast, and they'll do it, or in the evening time at dinner time. That's when a lot of people sit down and they watch YouTube videos, their favorite YouTube channels and stuff like that, just like they
Right.
watch evening news or something like that. So you got to know when's the best time. And that's
Mhm.
what I've done. And I noticed my numbers once I started following YouTube's recommendations. I noticed my numbers are changing because you'll see it'll show you this is your average, your views for a specific amount of period of time. If you look at the analytics, it says this is the low number and this is your high number. I noticed when I started following their recommendations, I'm always now at the top of that window or above
Right.
it, or above it. So it's good information. They really provide really
Right.
good information to help you
Yeah,
grow
it
your.
is. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. And making a little bit more money each month, and most of the money that I get is from super chats on the Saturday show, and that helps. And
Yeah.
that money gets funneled back into you know uh, products I could do reviews, and then later on I'll give them away, like this neat little power bank that I
Yeah.
gave away tonight. And the
Yeah.
nice thing about this is you can charge your phone wirelessly.
Oh, nice. Oh,
You
nice.
can
Well, I
set your
can't charge
phone.
my. Yeah, I can't charge my phone. I got it's the old SE,
Ah,
but I've been having lots of problem with it. But I'm waiting for the next iPhone. I think there's the 13 or something like
yeah,
that.
I think it is. And
Whether they
this
call it the
has
13,
three
yeah,
USB ports. It's got I think USB 3, which is the latest, and it's got the USB C that you can plug in, and it's got a flashlight feature on the end.
oh sweet. Well,
So
I
this
tell
is
you, you come to the Philippines, you have to have stuff like that. Yeah.
yep.
Hey Ness, can you you have your little charger, that big block bank? Can you bring that? I want to show you something what Ness bought because she she works online all the time and she has to have and we have so many brownouts here. So
Right.
she's always trying the latest and greatest and cheapest and
Mm-hmm.
of these little backup batteries. So let me show you I thought it was bigger than that, and maybe in my mind, I thought it was much. So this is something. You see this right here?
Right.
She just bought. This is I don't know what kind of batteries on the inside. Maybe it'll tell you what kind of batteries inside here.
Probably a lipo.
Just says cell capacity. Blah blah blah. It doesn't say the type. Anyway, but this does a little bit of everything. This has
Right.
USB outputs on here. It has your regular. You know, this is like
Right.
the internet. This will do everything. This will do a US standard. This will
Right.
do the Philippine plugins, and that's all of our plugs in our house. When we built, we put Panasonic plugs that will plug every type of a plugin. It's got on the top like what you're talking about for putting your phone.
Put your phone on there and charge it up.
It's got a light. It's got the
Yep.
emergency light over here.
Yeah, yours is smaller and it's got speakers on it too. So is it a radio?
It has a radio too, right? Because that's a speaker right there, right?
No.
Oh, that's not what I think so.
No.
Oh, I bet it's an air vent. It's
What is
probably a fan to cool it. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn this thing on. Am I turning it on?
And then it's got an LED on there. It probably tells you how much
Okay, well
voltage.
Yeah, I don't know how to turn. If I hold the button down, yeah, it turns. Give me is your fan out or not?
Yeah, here.
Give me the fan. Give me the fan. So let me show you this other thing she got. You gotta have these things. I'm telling you, living over here, you have to have all of these little power toys because a 12-hour brownout is nothing over here. It's a regular. You get it at least once a month. So this is something, and you have to have a fan. And this is a battery-powered fan. This is and we've used this. I tell you, we like this so much that we actually bought another one. We have there's a second one, and it has the battery down inside of here. It has the fan. Let's see the fan. Okay, the fan.
The radio.
It has a radio. That's the big thing. It has the radio.
Oh, nice.
So
And
so
the
what we
power
can
pack for
and
the,
yeah, and it's got USB out over here, so she can charge her phone or whatever she needs to charge. And
Nice.
the cool thing about this, it comes with a big solar panel. So if you have a
Ooh.
if you have the brownout during the daytime, which we usually do, especially the schedule ones from Bottleneck, our wonderful utility company here, and they usually do it. I don't know why they do it on the weekend when everybody's home and it inconveniences you the most. But for us, we're home every day. It doesn't really make a difference. But so if it's during the daytime, like a 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Right.
outage, you just put the solar panel out. It's a big one, and it keeps this thing charged all day. And you can use the fan. You can listen to the radio. So we just kind of sit back here and we do like a little kumbaya camp out on the back porch back here, you know.
Oh,
so
cool.
these things work really good, but the fan is really important because many times we'll get a brownout at nighttime. It's about time to go to bed. You just put this on the nightstand.
Yeah, keep the air moving so you're not sweating.
Yeah. Yep. But she has all kind of she has little battery banks like that one that you have right there. Not as sophisticated as the one you have. She's
Oh, okay. Do we speak Chinese or Vietnamese?
No, can't say.
No. But if you go over to Bud Brown's channel, he does speak Vietnamese.
He's a linguist, man. He speaks all kind, and he picks up languages really cool. I got to get in touch with Bud. We did.
All I know is ni hao.
Ni hao, yeah.
That's all the Chinese I know. And Japanese, I know sayonara, domo arigato. That's about it.
Oh, Ness she's a level 1 Japanese. Yeah, she teaches actually she teaches English to people in Japan. She did that for 15 years over there, but she conversational, perfect Japanese. She's really good with doing languages.
Yep, we're still going here, Mike.
But yeah, I need to get a hold of Bud. It's been a while because I did a StreamYard live stream with Bud.
Yeah, we did
Oh,
that
you were
StreamYard.
you were
Yeah.
yeah, it was me, you,
Mhm.
and Bud, and I don't
Yep.
remember whoever we had. But what
I
I want
gotta
to get
start watching his channel again. It's been another one is Tom and Ruth, Filipinas. I gotta start watching them again.
Bud has a unique channel, and
Yep.
it's not your typical style. Let's say that it's
Mhm.
not like what we do. I mean, he's done some streams before. I think he's usually a guest on somebody else's show.
Right.
Mainly when he does that. But he puts thought into the production, not like Chuck's production, but on a purely comedic type of a venue when he comes on and does
Right.
stuff. And he does some really neat effects that he does, like disappearing, and that like
Mhm.
and some of the stuff that it's good. So
Mhm.
I enjoy stopping by his channel just to see something different every now and then.
Right.
So.
Mhm. Yeah, that's something I need to start watching his channel again. But I've been watching her Darcizzle offshore. There's a fishing couple. They're out in South Florida, and they do offshore, inshore, and freshwater fishing in Florida. And her boyfriend, who is like 20 years older than she is, he's the cook. She cleans the fish and he cooks it, and I'm like, oh, that looks so delicious. So I started using some of their recipes when I cook fish. Like what they and some of them are really easy to make, like garlic, butter, and lemon. And boy, that tastes great on a fish.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, garlic butter is great on everything. Steak.
Mhm.
On
Yep.
steak. So which day is
Mhm.
Sunday? Oh, I think today is steak day for us. Yes, we have pizza Saturday,
Right.
waffle Sunday morning, and steak
Mm.
dinner usually is what we have on Sunday. So maybe next we'll be putting something together like that. Hey, I heard earlier. I was walking around, but you were on in the background. Are you thinking about leaving Colorado and moving to Florida? Did I hear you say that?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it's getting expensive here, and I'm getting close to retirement age. I still want to go to the Philippines and stay there, but
Oh, I don't know,
Florida,
man.
it's a lot
I don't know.
cheaper to live.
I've lived in Florida before, and I worked in Colorado. I never lived for any long period of time. But I got to tell you, all the time that I worked in Colorado, I got to tell you, that's for me, that was one of the most beautiful states, the most beautiful places in the United States of America. As a
Were
matter of
you
fact,
down the Springs?
I was in the Springs. Yeah, I was in the Springs
Yep.
area. Yeah.
Yep.
So
A lot of military down there.
lot of
You
military,
got
but I
the
did.
the academy. You got
Yeah.
Peterson Air Force Base, and then you have Fort Carson just to the south.
Yeah, well, Fort Carson was where I was teaching. I was teaching
Okay.
at the post there. But I took advantage of doing the trips all around that they have inside there, and I fell in love with Colorado. I tell you, my original plans was when I retired from my last job in South Korea, was to land a job in Colorado. I really wanted to land a job there, and I wanted to retire there. But certain circumstances, I ended up back in South Carolina, where my family's from. But
Mhm.
I really wanted to live in Colorado. Now I know you get the real variation in weather in Colorado.
Yep.
You go everything from the heavy snowfall there to the heat of the summer. Unless, well, your
Hot.
area,
Yep.
it's probably not quite so hot because you're up near the Mile High area, right? And around close to Denver area, right?
Yeah, I'm just northwest of Denver.
Yeah.
kind of in the foothills, Florida.
But
We're a
down
couple hundred feet higher.
in Florida, it's just like hot and humid and flat. But I mean, if you like, for you, maybe it's okay because you love the fish. I know that's your
Yep.
big passion, and it's the fisherman's capital in that
Yep.
area down there. But I love the mountains. And
Well, and I do too. You know, I love Colorado, but you know, it's changing. The state is changing so much that we got a really bad homeless problem here, and it's getting expensive to live here. You know.
well,
and-
Colorado, do you pay state taxes in Colorado? I don't
Yes,
think
we
you
do.
right? Oh, you do.
Yeah.
So it's Texas and Florida and
Tennessee
Okay, yeah.
is
thought-
another one with
Oh,
no stating.
that's the thing is
Mhm.
that's the big draw about retiring in Florida is the no state taxes because
Yeah.
we still pay. We don't live there. We still have property there. That's what kills us.
Yeah.
And so I have to pay state taxes in South
Mm-hmm.
Carolina every year, and I hate seeing that money because I'm not there. I'm not
Yep.
there. I'm not there. I have to pay for the taxes that pay for everything, the roads, and
Your
Yeah.
friend Steelman, Vermont.
yeah,
Yeah, but it gets cold.
it does. Yeah.
It snows up there, and I'm getting to the age I'm getting tired of messing around in the snow.
Yeah.
You know?
I love skiing though. So for me,
Yeah. Well, I
that-
can't do that anymore because of my respiratory issues.
Uh.
I get altitude sickness up there. Yeah.
Oh, that was another, not altitude, but dementia, and that was another thing that I got with the dengue. It's
Oh.
yeah, you feel you can't lift your head up too quick, and you're dizzy. You feel like yeah. That was another really bad symptom of dengue.
Mhm.
So anyway, but yeah, so
Oh, and-
maybe for you, Florida is the place to be because you travel there anyway all the time, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of your friends
I was
are
there
there.
this spring. Yeah.
A lot of the drone
Yep.
shows.
They're having
next
another
year.
meetup next April. Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm going to another one in Austin in November. Yep.
So if you go
Oh.
there, because you're renting, because you're in an apartment, right? You're renting your
Right.
apartment in Colorado right now. If you go to Florida, would you buy or would you rent when you
I
go
would
there?
buy.
You would
I'm
buy.
looking at homes in 55 plus communities, so they're pretty much gated communities, and I've seen some of them are like really cheap, but the HOAs are expensive. But
Yeah.
thing I want to find out is the number they're showing, is that monthly or is that for the year? That's what I want to find out. Some of them, they tell you how much it is per month, and I go, oh yeah, you know what? I think I could. That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. So what part of Florida is that? Like in the middle part, like around the
Oh,
Tampa
I've been
area?
looking at mostly in the central, you know, like around Haines City and Sebring, Lakeland. Yep.
Lakeland. Yeah, that's
And that
retired.
way,
That's
I
retirement
could go to
community.
both coasts. I go east to the, you know, and I could go west. I could go down to Tampa and go fishing there.
Yeah, that's a good area. I like that. I like that area. The central.
I just
central
don't
Florida.
know if I could handle the humidity, the hot humidity.
Yeah.
Now, Matt, he lives in Fort Lauderdale. So, yeah, that could be pretty hot and humid down there. Yeah. So,
Well,
I'm trying to stay, you know, away from the big cities where the cost of living will be a lot cheaper. And, yeah.
Yeah. So what's in Colorado? What makes, other than the taxes that you have, the taxes? What's for the cost of living? Why is it so much more expensive in Colorado than down in Florida?
Well, the price of everything is going up because I don't know if you know the politics here. It's becoming more and more like California.
Uh,
So,
so is Colorado more Democratic or more Republican? What is it?
the blue state now.
So
Yep. I mean, all the statewide offices are all held by Democrats now. So,
mm,
and that's part of the reason why we got such a bad homeless problem here, because they decided to make it easy for them to pitch a tent anywhere they want, and then you got to worry about roving meth labs, because some of these tent cities, they've had some fires and explosions because
oh
their propane tanks are blowing up because they're cooking meth inside their tent.
man. Whew.
Yep.
Ooh, hate to hear stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, we're kind of isolated here, Art.
Yep.
especially during the pandemic.
Well,
my existence
would-
is like 1,000 square meters right here. This is about this is about as far as I get. I don't really see anything.
I would
really
love
happening.
to do what you're doing, but I think that's out of my price range.
Well, it depends. You know what? It all depends, because for you even if you're not married to anybody over here, you can own like a condo or an
Yeah,
apartment.
that's true.
But you just can't own land around here.
That's
But a
right.
lot of people, especially people, even if they don't live over here all year round, they'll buy like an apartment, especially in Manila. They'll have in the high rises. Then I haven't looked in a long time. The last time I was probably looking at prices was back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it's actually starting to rain. I'm outside. The prices were actually pretty good. They were actually pretty. Well, I had a lot of my single friends that I was working with. They were buying properties over here in the high rises. I don't know what the prices have gone up since then, because we're talking, that's 20 years ago. That's 20 years
Yeah.
ago. And I will tell you the prices of real property over here. I'm not talking about the province. In the province, it's still cheap. You can buy property 500 pesos a square meter over here, where that's in the province, 500. We're here, it's more like 6,000 or 6,500 per square meter in any type of a secured gated community type of place like that. But I will tell you, every year, other than the province, if you get any place that's in a developed community, I will say about 10% per year, the prices are going up on anything, whether it be the.
Mm-hmm.
So it's getting to the point where when I thought back in 2000, oh, that's not too bad. You can buy a whole apartment for like $50,000 US. You could get something like that, and you have property that you could always go to and visit. You have basically a residence inside the Philippines.
Right.
But now I don't. I think those days are long gone. They're long gone. So I don't know what the prices are today. I haven't been looking at those. But I think
Well, my girlfriend, she lives out in the province in Manila, or not Manila, Mindanao.
Mindanao.
Yeah. Yeah, she lives in Zamboanga del Norte.
Yeah, that's kind of a rough area, especially if you're a foreigner. Yeah. A lot of people stay away from that area because there's a lot of like terrorism and people.
Well, that's more in the southern part and out on the peninsula.
Zamboanga around on the east side. On the east side.
Well, Zamboanga's on the west side.
Oh, I'm getting it backward. Yeah, you're right.
You're thinking of Davao City.
Yeah,
it's on the east side.
On the west
Southeast.
side. Yeah, on the west side. But that area right there, and we always get the advisories, the U.S.
Yeah.
Embassy
Mhm.
advisories about
Yeah.
stay out of that area down there. But that's, for me, it's not a problem because we're on the northernmost island. That's the southernmost
Yeah.
island down there. So it's really not much of a problem for us. We don't really
Well.
see anything. We don't see anything like that up here.
Oh, Brad wants to know the make and model of the fan that he has. He wants to buy one of those.
Oh, that fan? Hey, babe, can you show me that fan? It's on Lazada. You got that on
Well,
Lazada, right?
Brad is in Virginia.
Oh, well, you still might be able to get this. A lot of times, if you go on, you can go on. I tell you what, Ness does all the time. She'll see something she likes, then she'll take a picture of it, and you can drop the picture in Google, and it will find it, because they're all made in China. And this one, it's called the GD Golf Delta Light Super, and the model is GD-9018. That's what this one is right here. So,
Oh, and your friend Gerard,
yeah,
Steelman 58, he said Tom and Ruth are down in, yeah, they're down near Davao City.
yeah,
Talked about affordability.
I bought two.
yeah. That's it. She likes that one so much she bought two of them. But they last. I will tell you, we've been through several hours of the brownout. We sit there while no electricity, and we'll sit on the couch, and she'll have her laptop connected to her little Globe mobile hotspot, so she has internet, she has her computer, she has the fan blowing air on us inside there, and because we're kind of stuck in that kind of a situation until I get the generator repaired or replaced or whatever. So that works. It's a good solution. Keeps us comfortable.
Brad says thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
So how's the weather been over there? Still hot?
It's oh yeah, of course. It's always hot. It's hot.
It doesn't look like it's very windy. It's pretty.
No,
pretty calm.
the weather has been really calm, but we've been getting rain almost on a daily basis here. It's actually raining right now. It's kind of drizzling in the background right here. It normally doesn't do it this early in the day. It normally doesn't rain until around about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4:30 in the afternoon. But it's the weather's been good, really good. So I got, the next project I have is Bahay Kubo Island.
Right.
And right now I've got whenever you do any type of a big project, whether it be when we were designing the roof for this cover that we have right here where I'm sitting, or no matter what, the swimming pool or whatever, half of the effort is really involved with logistics, buying the materials, sourcing the materials, buying the materials. And I spent 3 months now, literally 3 months, getting the material just so that we can get started. I still don't have all the material, but I'm to the point where I have like 90% of the material, and
Right.
I don't even have the project. That's the pavilion project that we're doing back there.
Mm-hmm.
And I still don't have all the wood, but the remainder of the wood should be in or the beginning of the week. Say Sunday, next couple days. I expect to have the remainder of the wood that we need to do the project.
Ooh,
And I got most of the hardware's in, thanks to Steelman, Gerard. He and his wife. I ordered a bunch of stuff from the U.S. and they shipped a bunch of stuff over for me, so I appreciate him doing that.
wonderful.
Had I not done that, it would have been trying to fabricate stuff over here. And some of the stuff I went to my ironworks guy, and I gave him the design. I made a template, and he cut out through the steel, and he took it out and he got it powder coated. I had him take it to a powder coating company out here.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so I think the project's going to come out really nice. It's just, it's not, you find out planning. You really have, when you do a project, you really need to have your plan really in stone. You really need to know what you're doing. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you something.
Mhm.
I didn't realize, I didn't do perfect measuring of Bahay Kubo Island when because the Bahay Kubo was in the way, and I just did a rough, and I'm like, oh yeah, this project's gonna fit here really good. Well, after they removed the Bahay Kubo and I started staking where the slab of the project is going to go, I'm like, oh, I really need like 2 more meters of room inside here. So I'm
Oh
not going to,
boy.
yeah. So the original, and I showed you a picture of the model that we had.
Right.
It is not, it's going to be really close to that, but I'm not going to have the gloriousness of all the bar space, and I'm not going to be able
Hmm.
to do that. I don't have enough space on that island there.
Right.
So I'll be playing it by ear, and if you're watching the videos, you'll be watching as we do it. It's going to be we're going to adapt. That's the key. That's the
Right.
key word. We're going to adapt. So people will see sometimes what a challenge these big projects are.
Well, James, we've done 3 hours, so I
There you
want to
go.
thank you
Yeah.
for jumping in, and I'll do better on getting the links out next time. So it's good to see that you're back to your usual self. Good to
Oh,
see you, and
thank you very much for that. I feel so much better.
so I hope you got filled up on Hollow Hollow and Turon for your
Actually,
birthday.
what did we have? We had no, we had moose cake. I had moose cake, and I had lots of the dragon fruit left over. So we had the dragon fruit
Ooh,
and the vanilla ice cream. So
ooh, nice.
it was a
Nice.
treat. It was a little bit of a treat for what I could enjoy. Oh, another thing about dengue, you lose all your appetite. You don't want to eat anything. And
Mm.
I forgot, that's another one of the symptoms.
All right. Well, look forward to your next video, and thanks for coming on here, and we'll catch you next time.
Well, thanks for inviting me, Art. We'll catch everybody later. And thanks everybody in the
All right.
chat.
Bye-bye. All right, folks. Thank you in the chat for all you folks who've come in. Gerard, Brad, Joe, Lloyd, who else? Oh, Mike, and whoever that was from Vietnam. Good to see you, and we'll find out what your channel is. Who knows? And Dustin and all the rest that have come to the show. Oh, Chris Murdoch, thanks for coming. We'll see you all again next week. Have a great weekend and keep 'em flying. Bye-bye.